Hey guys, it's Down Under Tea here, and we are live today from the park on the corner of East Terrace and Rundle Road. We are live streaming today for the March for Australia event, and that is happening right now. If we pan the camera around, we'll be able to see the crowd that's gathering.
Let's take it out.
Where's the handle there?
Oh, yeah.
No. 10.
Ah, shit.
It's got a gimbal, mate.
No.
I know what a gimbal is. So you can see the crowd there.
Let's take it out.
Stand.
You got bloody...
No picture.
I know, the picture's on here. Now. Yeah, the thing's open on the back.
No, there's no picture coming through.
Oh, look, it's down there.
I know, but it's not coming through on the screen, is it?
Yeah, I know. Ah, that's why. We got the roses. We got many people in tow. We got a tree. We got the public bathrooms just right there. We got more flags. I think they're coming down now, yeah.
Now we can see it.
You got everyone. There's a koala.
They can hear it now.
There's a koala right there. He's in a big koala suit. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
We've got echo. Okay. So as you can see, guys, there's quite a bit of a crowd gathering here. It doesn't look like the rain has put anybody off too much. We've still got another 3 minutes till the official start of the program today. But, I mean, we're going to sit here and we're hoping to get somebody to come and chat with us, but we're not sure. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to find anybody who's willing to go on camera and state their feelings. Mate, can you turn the camera around to face me, please?
Yeah, that's true.
Thanks. You're a cameraman. Hi, how you going?
What is Bunker Studios?
Bunker Studios is my media company. We are currently live streaming, so you're actually going out to the world right now.
Hi, everyone.
Okay, so yeah, we are here today. As you can see, there's quite a big crowd of people here. Judging by that first gentleman there, who's
He's on a bike.
wasn't very impressed about coming on camera, was he?
No.
But we'll see. Hopefully, we'll get some people that have got more of a voice. But as I said, we'll be live streaming from here today because this march is going on all across the nation. We've got all the capital cities are participating. We've got some regional country towns, and I would love to know what the gatherings are in the other towns. Probably find out some of that information on the news later on tonight. But in the meantime, we are going to try and find some people who want to have a chat with us about why they're here today.
It would probably happen.
Excuse me, I've got a really bad case of indigestion. I've had 1 cup of coffee this morning, and that's it. And so got some really bad birds happening. But so we've got some speakers happening at the moment. I don't know if you can probably hear them very well, but maybe you can take the camera down, Hayden. Hi, how you going? Good. Doggy.
Bye-bye, dog.
Come and have your say about why you're here today, if you like. We're live streaming. No?
Not many people like to be on camera,
Well,
which is fair.
I mean, like, if you're going to show up, what's the difference? Like, if you're serious about this, I don't understand why anyone would be frightened to come and sit and say what they feel to anyone in public. I mean, this is what they're here for. To state their case.
Yeah. There's probably at least 1,000 people. Maybe he will. Probably get people to sit down once it's over because they'll all be coming up here.
No, they'll all be going on the march.
No, like when it's over and they're back here, we'll probably get some people then. Because everyone would be flushing up to the bars.
Well, it's good turnout, I guess. There was more people here for the COVID one, though. It's chockers.
Well, yeah, the COVID was a worldwide pandemic. This is a national matter.
Yeah, but like it was chockers for the COVID one because it was held in summer. Nobody wants to go out in the winter.
I like that sign. That sign.
Why don't you turn the camera around and videotape it? Why don't you go take in some of the scenery and the sights?
All right, well, I gotta.
Camera on scene. Just leave it there.
Well, just take it with me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, take this.
How far am I going? Why am I bringing the mic?
So you can talk.
Oh, does it detect me?
It does.
All right, chat. I'm going down to the crowd. We got everyone in tow. Got thousands of people. We got dogs just here. We got flags everywhere. They were playing Thunderstruck earlier by Akadaka. That was pretty cool. I have no idea what they're saying still, though. Too far away. Yeah, cheering. Woo! Still don't know what they're saying. It's very muffled. I just saw 6 cameras on one phone. Why is that possible? So many people. There's probably at least 1,000 in this pretty small park. Hundreds of flags. Is that a Remembrance Day flag I see just over there? That white flag, center screen. Is that a Brazil flag? No, I'm tripping. That's a kangaroo. See a Cooper's Pale Ale beanie. We got the high vis, everyone in tow. We got a whole flush of people coming down there right now. They'll be joining in on the fun. So all these people, they're going to be walking around the city for about 2 hours, waving their flags, doing their public speaking. We got people all up on that hill coming in from East Terrace. That'll make a lot of noise. Still don't know what they're saying, though. The police will be on a good watch night. Here we go, the koala. Koala right there. Very nice. Whistles and everything. The scenes here in Adelaide are absolutely crazy.
Oh, no, lovely. Look at that minute felony.
If you just see up the hill there, I'm not trying to center it. That little gazebo at the back, that's where we're situated. That's where, just up the road there, past that red gazebo, is the Adelaide War Memorial. Or I'm not sure which war, actually. I'm not down here very often. And there's actually a bridge on this pathway that leads to, I think, where the main event is being held. Just past this row of people right here, there is a small river and another gazebo with a bunch of tents. So I'm live streaming. Say hi to everyone, mate.
Good on you, buddy.
Nice to meet you. I'm Aiden. What's your name?
Kev.
Kev, nice to meet you, Kev.
You too, mate.
What are you here for, man?
Mate, the amount of people coming into Australia is absolutely ridiculous.
It's ridiculous, you say. How's that?
There's just too many people coming in here, and there's no housing, there's no facilities, and there's no infrastructure, mate. There's just absolutely ridiculous. It needs to stop. House the people that are here, and then when that's all done and sorted, we can get some more people in here.
Well, Kev, that's very good points. How do you think that this rally is going to affect the effect on our nation today?
Well, I hope everybody wakes up and stands up to the government and says that enough is enough. We need infrastructure and we need a good housing for everybody. We can't see any more homeless people, So, yeah, good for the future, mate.
Well, thank you very much, Kev. I hope you have a fantastic day here today. Do you want to have a word, mate?
Yeah.
What's your name, mate?
My name's Keith.
Hi, Keith. Nice to meet you.
We're here supporting all Australians and our kids and our grandkids for fairer taxes and a lot fairer and transparent government policies. We are just getting stitched up and we want our lucky country back for us and our grandkids.
That's a very good point, mate. Are you happy about the turnout of the people here today?
Like the media was saying, there's 1,000 people here.
Yeah, I was back at the gazebo just up on the hill there, having a look at the whole crowd. There's people on the other side of that river just past there. There's people all lined up on the hill on East Terrace. There's got to be minimum 1,000.
There's
I'm thinking
10,000 people here by the time we walk down to Elder Park.
You'll probably get more when you're on the march throughout the city. So you'll probably reach maybe 1.5K, 2K here today. Do you think that, I'm going to ask the same question I did Kev here, do you think that today's rally is going to affect the government's view on the Australian citizens?
Well, you know what? If we don't stand up and protest like this, peacefully protest, voice our opinions, how do we get change? The government's there to represent the people, but it's more so looking after its own interests. And we've down-to-earth Australian people, all Australian people have had enough.
That's a very good point there.
Try getting into a hospital or a doctor's and you got ramping going on. Takes you 3 weeks minimal to get in to see a doctor. Enough's enough. The infrastructure is not there.
Thank you very much, Kev. And thank you to everyone here today for attending this rally. It was, like I said, very good turnout once again. You guys will be taking off in about 5 or so minutes, aren't you?
Sweet as, yeah, mate.
Yeah, so do you guys know the route?
Not as yet.
We're heading down towards Elder Park.
Heading down? So we'll be going up there. Or maybe you can swing by the booth just before everyone goes. We're just up on that gazebo up there with the Australian flag. And say hi to my mother. She's the one running this whole thing.
Yeah,
I'm a little attendant.
Yeah,
we've got it all set up. And we're just hoping to make a good splash here today.
Yeah, good on you.
Thank you very much.
Good work.
No worries.
Thanks, champ.
Have a good day, man.
Thank you, man. Well, there you have it there, folks. First person opinion of some local Aussies. They are sick of it. They've had enough. The infrastructure must change. They are very happy with the outcome here today at the All Australian Mark thing. I just heard, is there a Palestine flag here? Why would there be a Palestine flag here? Oh, that be it. This is Australian. I'm sure that today's rally will make a mark on the Australian government, and maybe one day the greater forces of nature will come into effect. Thank you very much. This has been Aidan reporting for Bunker Studios and TV. I'm going to hand it back to our lovely host, Elizabeth Kirkham. There you go.
I'm going to turn my mic back on. I don't want to interfere with your brilliant interviewing skills. And thanks for plugging the booth.
Yeah.
Maybe I should go around and do some of that myself, I think, before they take off. What do you think?
Well, I said they're probably leaving in about 5-ish minutes. They're going up this way, though. So
here, and I'll go around and talk to some people.
Yeah, there'll probably be people coming around. Let's take the master seat.
Okay. Aidan's taking the master seat now, and I'm going to go and have a chat with some people and see how are you going? Would you like to tell anybody in the rest of the world why you're here today and what you think it's going to do? No? We are currently live streaming, so...
Assimilate or relocate?
That's it. Assimilate or relocate. Very good. Have a good day. Have a good rally. So we've got quite a few people. As you can see, the turnout is pretty big. They're talking over 1,000. So it's getting into the few minutes just before they take off to march. So hopefully we can find somebody that's willing to chat. Hey, guys. Anybody willing to chat about why they're here today? Speak to the world?
No, not particularly.
No?
Who are you from?
I'm Bunker Studios and Television. I'm completely independent. I'm here on my own accord today because I think this is a very important rally to have. I think that everybody here is here with a purpose, and I'm just trying to find out what that purpose
People are a bit
is.
cautious because they don't want to have people seeing them as racist and that sort of thing. But we
why does
believe
it
it's not,
make us racist? Because we want.
because some people view it that way and we can't explain their views. But we're just going on what we see every day, every week. So
And what is that? Like, what is it that you're seeing that's disturbing?
People can't buy houses. We're not against immigration, but it needs to be slowed down. And
legal?
Yes. So the community can catch up with housing and what have you. So
Yep.
basically, that's it. And there's too much going on that's not Australia.
We don't have the infrastructure to support it.
Correct.
Yeah. So you think that today's going to have any consequence to our government?
To some in the government, they wouldn't be able to see the wood for the trees. But surely people will say, can't you see what's happening?
Yeah, the government really has tried hard to derail it by calling it racist, whereas we're into multiculturalism.
Of course.
The infrastructure, as Darryl said, needs to catch up.
So my parents, I'm first generation Australian. So my parents came here the legal way.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
They came and they assimilated and they learned to speak English.
Yeah, my wife is a 10-pound pop.
There you go.
You know, and we all come from Irish, Russian backgrounds. You know,
Most of us are offended by the burning of Australian flags.
Yep.
When you come to a foreign country and you're welcomed and you're helped, I'm really offended by that, and that's why I'm.
And what do you think then? With that comment, what do you think about Donald Trump recently signing an executive order that anybody caught burning the American flag gets a year in jail? No questions, just you get a year in jail.
Pretty extreme, but certainly there needs to be penalties for people who burn.
Do you think that it would ward people off of doing it?
Absolutely.
Well, there's no
a year in jail. Would you burn a flag and cop a year in jail for your cause?
No.
Some would be silly enough too, right? That's exactly my point. So, in saying that, what does it mean when somebody burns your flag?
Well, I've got a grandfather. We've got a grandfather who fought in the Light Horse Brigade, and there are pillars and memorials up here to that.
Yep.
And his brother lost his life in Syria fighting for the Light Horse, and they represent the lifestyle that we've been able to live.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the people that come here as migrants, and it's understandable, they probably don't realise that. But we're here to say that we are Australians, and there are a lot of us, Mr. Albanese, and it's not un-Australian to be here.
Not at all. And the funny thing is that the migrants that are coming to here are escaping wars. Yep. They say they're escaping wars and they're escaping all of this totalitarianism and communism, and they're coming here for the freedom, yet they come here and then expect us to bow down to their religions and cultures.
Yes, but those people, they need to realise how lucky they are to be able to come to this country. So they do need to make an effort to fit in.
That's it.
And I don't think that's racist at all.
No. But having said that, we are richer for our immigration policy.
Of course.
We do not want that to stop. I am totally for it.
Totally for legal immigration.
Social media about this has been calling it anti-migration.
Mm-hmm.
That's they're just trying to derail it.
Yeah.
And it's interesting that the Australian politicians are trying to derail it. And, it really is probably because they're not doing their job properly. That's another reason why we're here. Poor governance.
Poor governance.
Poor governance.
Yeah.
When 60 couples turn up to rent a unit in our major capital cities and only one couple can have a place to live, they need to start working out what they're not doing right. They need to fix it. Mm-hmm. They're using and
they're punishing the people that want to build the houses.
We're pretty much a tax-paying community, I reckon, if you look around here.
Mm-hmm.
And we're happy to do that. I've been lucky. I've had a great working life, and I've paid my tax along the way, and middle-class, successful, happy Australians.
Law-abiding.
Absolutely. And I reckon you'll find that most of these people that are here today are absolutely no different to me.
Yeah. And as I said, like it's almost like the government's trying to punish the people, the people who are buying the investment properties that will house the people that they want to immigrate into, that they want us to let immigrate to our country. So they're making it harder for us to actually purchase property to house these people in anyway.
Yeah.
By all the
All governments. Coming to the stage in this country where the younger generation won't be able to afford to buy a house.
I think we're already at that stage.
We are at that stage. It's a sad state of affairs.
Thank you, gentlemen.
It's a sad state of affairs when you can buy a house and you'll pay it off the rest of your life and die knowing that you still don't own your house and you had to pass it on to your children.
Pass the debt on to your children.
Or the bank will sell it and give your children the scraps
What's
left over.
Yeah.
And it's a sad state of affairs that it's got to this. And the simple fact we can't even house our own at the moment, yet we're bringing in how many a week? I got nothing against immigration. And I'd like to see more immigrants here understanding that we've got nothing against you. It's what we've got to stop a little bit of the bleeding now. We're bleeding, we're hurting. If I can't afford to pay my rent, I don't go to my neighbour and give him money.
Yeah.
I look after my house and my family first. And then if I've got some extras and I can help my neighbour, I'll help my neighbour. And that's what this country needs to understand and wake up and do. And I think the younger generation.
Sounds very Trumpian of you.
Well, I was going to wear a Trumpy T-shirt today, actually. Well, it is. We can, I've been waiting for my Pauline shirt, Make Australia Great Again.
Right.
And we need that. I think the major parties have lost the plot, and it doesn't matter who, Liberal or Labor, they're the same.
Yeah.
They're going to push through like this bedroom tax they want to do and all these other taxes they want to do. How pathetic is that? You know what I mean? How about them putting money towards our housing and fixing this country first that our fathers and our grandfathers fought for?
Yeah.
And that's why I'm here today.
And so, what was your name?
Rodney.
Rodney. Thank you, Rodney.
Thank you very much.
Hope you have a good march.
Same.
And
I'll have a good march.
Let's hope that the government actually opens their ears up and
stop the
listens.
propaganda that we're all racist. We're not racist.
Yeah.
I'm an immigrant wife, for God's sake. I'm not against immigration. We just need to stop it right now.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Thank you.
Thanks, Rodney. Have a great day. Hi, how you going? What brings you here today?
I'm just here for supporting all Australians.
Yep.
I work at a big multinational company. A lot of visa workers say it's not happening doing too much, but it's sort of support the Australian culture.
Yep.
And our way of life, stopping the stabbings and everything and the chaos and house invasions is wrong.
Yeah. It's running riot at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, that's another one of the side effects of all of this influx of immigrants.
Yeah.
The illegal immigrants have no qualms about breaking the laws. They broke the law to come here.
That's correct, yes. Now, our
And so the
government,
first-
unfortunately, is not handing out the punishment. It's
That's
you.
correct.
Deportation. It's got to be on the table.
Mm-hmm. Well, I heard a story yesterday about they're spending X amount of money in Nauru, $400 million in Nauru to take the criminal immigrants who are in the country that refuse to leave.
Give them a nice home.
To send them so that they don't have to go back home. We're going to spend $400 million and give it to Nauru so they can build a bigger confinement camps there, deportation camps. So thank you. What was your name? Wayne. Have a great march, Wayne.
Thank you.
You can find me on Rumble. If you go up to my booth, you'll get I've got some like pens and pads and stuff like that. No worries. See ya. All right. So there you go. You can see a lot of people are here about the same reason, just for the feeling of being involved and standing up for our rights here in Australia and what we've worked for and earned over the years and why it's so important to us. Hey guys, mind if I have a little chat with you, ask you why you're here today? And
Australia, in regards to the mass migration and what our been doing in this country.
Yep.
Fed up with it.
What's he doing?
Destroying Australia from within.
Do you think we've got a chance of getting rid of him anytime in the next 12 years?
Well, more than 12 years for sure. He's not in Parliament. He's not in office that long, is he?
It could be.
Not with the amount of people here today.
Who have we got on the other sides besides Pauline? Because she's the poor girl's been in it for she's in for what do they say? In for a penny, in for a pound. But she doesn't seem to be getting anywhere.
Well, her votes are rising at the moment, as far as I know.
Well, this last election that we had, the word went around to vote out the major parties and spend more time with independents. Didn't work out quite that way.
Not when our vote virtually paid for most of the votes.
So what you're saying is stolen election?
Yep, it's definitely right.
I mean,
We all know
were
that
you
now.
surprised that they called it at 8:30 that night? It was already called.
Yeah, because they haven't finished counting.
Well, they already called it, yeah.
Yeah.
And they hadn't finished counting. It was already called by 8:30.
Yeah, so
So-
it's a fixed election.
So we've got no chance of that
Well,
happening.
this is where we come down to unite and get him out.
I mean, the word was out to not vote for the major parties, but they still got in anyway. Stolen election or no. How do we fix it next time?
Get the Greens out, because most of them vote for the Greens, and then the Greens gave their votes to the Labor anyway,
And why do they vote for the Greens?
because it's the environment stuff.
And everybody gets sucked in by the words climate change?
There's no such thing.
Well, there is. Summer, autumn,
Oh, yeah,
winter.
definitely. That's
You know what I mean?
That's your 4 seasons.
That's
not climate change.
That's the extent of the climate change that I understand.
Yeah, I can understand that. I'm
And-
with you there.
And I want to know why the Greens have everybody so fooled.
I don't know. Too many sheep. That's all I can say. People don't think themselves anymore.
Would you ever consider running yourself in the local elections or anything like that? Council?
I'd love to, but I just don't have the will to do that.
No, I know, and I actually mentioned this on my podcast. I actually do a podcast, and I did one the other night, and I said that the only way to get into politics in this town is money,
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
and you need like $2.5 just to get your name on the ballot, and then you got to get 2% of the vote. So if you don't get 2% of the vote, your money just went out the window, and you
Well,
don't even get on the ballot.
Get in once, and then you're going to cost another 10 grand to get out there. Put your name out there.
That's
get
right.
People to follow you.
So how do we get rid of career politicians who have all the money?
Well, I suppose just like them, we find backings if we're going to actually go that way.
So that's what we've got to do.
We need another Messiah.
We need another Trump. We need I'm woefully ashamed that Clive Palmer tried to compare himself to Donald Trump.
Oh, God.
But we need somebody. We need somebody that has got his balls.
Well, and some common sense in regards to running the country.
Yeah.
But the people in it and the way it's being run at the moment is just killing everyone.
So what do you think of his job so far that he's been doing over there?
Trump.
There's a few things that he doesn't do right, but it's a buffoon, but he's got some good ideas. When it comes to money, he knows what he's doing.
And do you think for the people it's all about what he's doing for them?
Well, he's doing it for his people, yeah.
Yeah.
And deporting the people over there back his country.
And you know that he doesn't get paid for being president. He donates his pay.
That's right.
Well, there you go. I didn't know that.
He's got enough money anyway.
Well, he's not in it
He
for the
gets
money.
paid $400,000 a year as president. He donates
Good to see someone's not in it
every
for the money.
quarter. Yeah.
He's in it for the people.
Albanese gets paid nearly $700,000 a year.
He shouldn't get shit.
And that's why he's not going to want to leave.
No. Well, we're going to get him out one way or the other.
Either that, we have to change the laws.
Oh, that
Or we have
definitely need to change.
What are your thoughts on a republic?
Well, this two-party voting system in Australia, apparently it's the only place in the world that does it. That's got to change first. They can actually
When you get right down to it, the republic system, like the republic democratic system over there, it still boils down to a two-party thing. But, you know.
On the march.
All right, guys, thank you. Enjoy the march. Have a great day.
Good.
So they're off. Everybody's off now. We're on the march. Everybody's on the march. Have a great day, guys.
Thank you
So much.
Go Australia.
Go Australia.
Go
Hey, guys, thank you. Have a great march.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Thank you.
Stay safe.
Hey, you stay safe too.
I was just going to hook you.
So everybody is on their way out now, walking past me. Have a great march. Have a great march, guys. Go Australia. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Oh, just for them. It's like all against this stuff. Huh?
Oh, look at all these sparklies in the back there. See if they might want to have a chat. They're all sparkly and colourful. They might want to get on TV.
Get out.
Thanks. Great.
Hey,
How are ya?
good. Hey, ladies, you are so very sparkly. I couldn't help but notice I am live streaming to the world right now. So let's show them your gear.
Here we are.
What are your names, ladies?
I'm Shelley. I'm Vicky.
And what are you here for?
I'm just here for sort of to be Australian and to stand up for ourselves. And my beef is the house prices due to the crazy immigration. I'm not saying no immigration. I'm saying control.
Yep.
Yeah.
And legal.
Sensible immigration.
Sensible immigration. What do you think is the detrimental effect besides the housing crisis?
Well, it's well, they get more like everyone else gets to say, and we don't. We're just standing it up for ourselves, and saying like they burn an Australian flag, and they said that's okay, and it's not okay. Australia.
Donald Trump just signed an executive order, 1 year in prison for anybody caught burning the American flag.
Fair enough.
You agree with that?
Yeah, that's one thing I agree with.
Yeah. That's one thing. Only one. I think you might find that being that you're here today, that if you looked into a lot of the policies, you would find that you would prosper from his policies.
We're just
And that's why
Australians.
Yes. And that's why everybody's here today, because they want to show their strength, their love for this country has not changed.
When I get told that we can't have Christmas because it upsets people, stiff shit. We have Christmas.
And this is why I bring up the US, because they went through exactly the same thing. Donald Trump brought back Merry Christmas. They weren't allowed to say it.
And if this upsets people, well then be upset. I don't care.
Yeah. Be upset and go live in your little tiny little closed off world, because we are a welcoming country.
We are. Oi, oi.
Have a great day, ladies. Thank you. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Oi, oi, oi.
Hey, Jen. Where you going? Very exciting.
Yep, very.
Oh, you got your big sign. What's your sign say? Wake up, 50,000 a month. Where do we put them? Where do we put
Living
them?
standards down. It's takeover by stealth. Wake up, Australia.
What was your name?
Steve.
Thank you, Steve. Have a great march.
Bye. Bring back investigative journalism.
Bring back investigator. That's what I'm here for.
Well, I've got a story for you.
Okay, go for it.
I feel like my story, me being a resignating voice for my father, who was a victim of Holocaust here in South Australia. Of course, it's a couple, and I've got hardcore evidence to prove it. But it seems that this conflict, being created by our regulator through telecommunications and the Privacy Act, has been going on us for the past 40 years. and using critical data and information to prosper, taking out minerals and using our infrastructure for their crop, the crops. So yeah, that's where we're at, and the truth needs to be shared so that, I mean, this is something to be proud of, really proud of. But
Yeah.
it's also quite sad that we're in this state in the first place. It shouldn't be like this. Yeah, I just don't know. I mean, my ancestors fought for this country, and it's
gone the way of the dogs.
And that's exactly right. I've had enough of this. And you try and speak up, they label you as an extremist.
Radical right, we are.
Well, they've even used my situation. I mean, my voice. They've used in a Stan documentary that I think it's permission for. And they're trying to portray me as a neo-Nazi that I have nothing to do with any neo-Nazi. I'm not a Nazi. I'm just
not even wearing any insignia.
Just trying to deliver the truth, and the truth is in my bag, and it's been shared with the South Australian government. When I walked into the Optus building over 4 years ago now, and I explained to them if they kept allowing this to happen to me in this situation, that our communications would be compromised. And it was about 6 months later, and it had been compromised, caused $31.5 billion damage. And to try and deal with it all now, they've caused, so it caused a telco merger now, and everything has to be directed through our Telstra exchange, which is governed also. And yeah, there's a lot of corruption runs deep, and I'm just trying to expose it. I don't.
What's your name?
My name's Troy Parrish.
Troy. All right, Troy, I've got a booth up there. You see that booth?
Yeah, I do.
When you finish with your march, come back and see me, because I've got a studio, and we might be able to get you in and do a full podcast with you. Expose all of your truth if that's what you're looking for.
Speaking with high-profile people on LinkedIn, and to see the amount of people that I have just given my information to, because I've been stuck in a situation. It's not nice for anyone. And when you go blurting things out, you're blurting them out to the wrong people, and they'll be using your information for the right reasons. So,
how you going?
But I'll come up and see you. That's all.
Yeah, come up and see me when you finish. But I won't keep you from the march.
No.
Thanks. Have a great day. And so there you have it. There's the boy there manning the booth. Not sure if he's listening to me or not. Nod your head if you're listening to me, boy. So you can see that everybody's going on the march now. So we're not going to go on the march only because there's so much here and packing it up and unpacking it. We're just going to hang here because I believe everybody ends up back here at the end of the march. So for the next, I don't know, hour or so, we've got the place to ourselves.
Gave 3 cards away.
Oh, cool.
Some people came up. I told them what they were doing. Then some dickheads came up and was like, "You got any flags?" I was like, "No, we don't got any flags, man. We're doing the live streaming." And he said, "Well, what are you here for then?" "The live streaming, journalism. What are you here for, mate?" They just walked away.
All right.
We're back now.
We're back now.
Some dickheads.
You can come in.
It's like, "You got any flags?" I was like, "No, we don't got any flags."
Sit with me if you like, or maybe we can pause the live stream for a little while. And we'll get this coffee.
Fuck. No, I do need a water. I need water. I don't care.
Yeah, we need water to be Hey. So the crowd is dispersed. And I better turn this down now because it's like double volume. So the crowd is dispersed. They will be going on their march. I assume that if it's the same course as the COVID march, they will be coming back down Rundle Street.
Some people over there had
the next one over.
Some people over there had like air horns and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You probably heard it before when you were down there. All right, sign just fell. Tree. But
So I'm wondering if one of these pubs here will make you a nice takeaway coffee.
I don't know. I mean, there's like 2 hours. I can go anywhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's go to the pub here. I don't know. Where's there's McDonald's down
I
there.
can go to
Street.
go to an actual coffee store. Or I can just get you a cafe. Can I get something from Macca's though? Like a meal?
Is it Macca's down at the end of Rundle Street?
Yeah. There's a Hungry Jack's as well. But I'm gonna go to the toilet first.
So he's going to go to the toilet first. He's going to go get me a cup of coffee because he's a good son. Even though I yell at him sometimes. But if I'm not yelling at him, I'm not a good mother either. So there's that. But anyway, we had a few interesting takes on why people are here. I think a lot of it has to do with the housing crisis. My kids can't afford to buy a house. My daughter, as you know, rents from me because she can't afford to buy a house. If this generation that we've produced can't buy houses, the next generation will be living in pods. Like, seriously, that's all they'll be able to afford. I don't know how society is supposed to cope with that. I really just find it tragic. Oh, and I'm hoping that the rain stays away, even though we've got this little thing here. The sides are all open. Don't have any clamps left. So I forgot to buy them this morning when I was at Bunnings. But then, of course, I forgot to buy more when I was at Bunnings again when I was by the tarp because, you know, I left my stuff at home. My gazebo, rather, at home, thinking that I'd brought it with me. Yet it was, alas, not in the car. So what did I do?
G'day.
Hi, how you going?
You're bad or
I'm live streaming. We're currently live streaming. If you want to sit down and have a chat and let us know, are you with the march? Are you going on the march?
I'm going to March, yeah.
Yeah. And have a chat if you like.
I think it's off, so.
Yeah, they have gone off, but they'll be coming back around here later, I think. They're coming all the way back.
Yeah.
I'll still be here.
Cool.
See ya.
Getting a visitor.
Yeah.
There we go. That's better. That's better. Yeah, I can go down to Macca's.
Yeah, go get me something, please.
That's the Violet.
Okay.
You getting like a cappuccino, latte, like?
No, large cappuccino.
Am I asking for sugar? I feel like
Yeah.
that's
Like,
a staring spoon.
grab a handful of sachets, like 5-6 sachets and a spoon.
I
Yeah, well, I won't use them all, but I can, you can get something.
any food?
Maybe a cheeseburger meal. Just get me a small cheeseburger meal with a small cheeseburger meal with a large coffee. Or a large.
Addy, how are you?
All right. I'll be back soon. Small cheeseburger meal with large coffee.
Oh, one of them too. No. Hardy.
Hey, take a seat.
I just I mean, something to be proud of, but I hold more value and serious information needs to be shared so that we're not out huffing to do that going to be.
Yeah.
I
So,
was looking for a bottle of water. I can't find anywhere with a bottle of water.
well, that's why I just sent my son to
I need a bottle of. Been like, oh,
Macca's.
yeah. Where's that? Just off the street. I
Well, I'm sure the pubs would sell water.
think I should go get a glass of water.
Yeah, go. I'm not
I'll
going
be
to
back.
do it. As you can see, I'm implanted for the afternoon.
Just speaking to people.
I'm live now.
Really?
I'm actually live now on Rumble and Twitter and Facebook and YouTube.
The people I've been speaking to, very, very people, journalists and whatnot. I've got the conversations on LinkedIn. They say they're waiting for this to all settle down so they can talk to me.
Why?
because it's paused everything.
Oh, okay.
And
Well, I have no idea what you're talking about. So.
yeah. I'll share it with you in a minute.
No problem. Okay. So there you have it. We are currently at the park, just waiting for the march to come back. This gentleman here that's about to sit down after he gets himself a bottle of water has apparently some Holocaust secret. I'm not going to speculate. I'm going to let him tell his story, but I don't know what that story is. I don't know. I always seem to get them. I seem to find them. They seem to find me. But my mates didn't come. Phil, Mr. Philly, sent him a message. See why they're so slack. Come on. Oh, for God's sake. Why isn't the stupid Bluetooth working? Now it's working. They probably won't even see the message now because it's way late. Stay away, Rain. Just stay away. This is my age mate. This is that stuff that you've been seeing all over YouTube, the purple drink. This is week 3. I still don't know how I feel about it, but I'm drinking it. It doesn't taste as good today. It tastes better when it's fresh. Made it last night, put it in the fridge. Got a funny taste today. It's just like fish water. Ugh. So I'll keep live streaming for a little bit, but I might just duck out of the picture or turn it around. Actually, he's coming back. Must have found his water. Hello, Phil Toopy.
Hey, get on.
I'm down in the park still. Where are you?
Well, are you still at the park?
Yeah. The march left about 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes ago. Are you on the march?
Yeah.
You are. Okay. Yeah, I've got my booth set up down here at the park near the toilets.
Oh, okay. So you're down there, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
All right. Well, you'll see. You know where the toilets are? You know where the toilets are? I'm right next to the toilet block at the park there. There's a red building on the corner. You'll see it.
Yeah. All
right, dude. See you soon. Yeah, that was my mate, Philip. You will know him from the Fives After Five, and he's on his way down. Have a chat with us. And sorry, mate, I forgot your first name. Troy. I thought Roy, but I was close.
Just before, maybe before that.
It's being recorded now. We're actually live streaming. Come around here, but I've got a mic on, so hang on. Secret men's business. Okay, we want to put it on worldwide last step. Well, this is worldwide. This is Rumble. Goes worldwide. I'm currently streaming right now on YouTube. Rumble. Oh, okay. It might be better if you come to my studio and we do it proper. Like this. Yeah. Contact with us. Well, I've introduced some business cards and stuff, and we're getting people sell business. But I mean, I'm as legitimate as you can get. I've got my credentials right here, so.
Oh, I believe it. If you're operating in park, I wouldn't have asked.
Well, I never asked anyone's permission, but I am here, and I do have my credentials somewhere. Oh, they're hanging around my freaking neck. I'm with the American National Press. Biden. Yeah. Yeah, no, all about find out.
What's the problem is I reckon with the court. I don't think they're the only ones that have got. I'm recording this conversation.
Yep.
Safety, definitely safety. The fuck's behind that? My father was used as a.
So you're saying today's third, right?
Everything else in this game. See what's going on.
Yeah.
That's got to be known through the past 4 years. At the top, you.
There you are.
There you go.
He's he's one of my He's one of my podcast of my group podcast. We do a group podcast.
Yeah, so I thought that the name on I can show you all of them.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking it might be better if you come to the studio, because that way I've got
I really
more of a.
we need to sit down to the bit.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
How to
Rather than go straight to live.
It's better than my music to just to take your mobile phone screen and they really are for the system. Not 49 with a headline in the back. What's what you're looking at all day?
Yeah, I know.
Every fucking system. When you hold fruit and value, rough things about my brain brush report, high factor reports, and relating to paper. So it's just got given hours of coffee. You want coffee?
My son's going to get me coffee.
She just got given, and Brainstone just got given. I was teachers gave it corruption. And the moment I touched base with her, she pretty much said, why are you stuck in big? I was told to put a report on the recording while we were touching the wait on after the office. Going to be up and running for this case. That's what he said to me. And I tried to surround the case, and I was getting to I didn't understand how communications of the car. You were just getting hold of the fourth member. They should it's pretty you should get this that's
Please, yes, to pull out.
it's a church. And yeah, and my last thing is Harry. I can say that it's fine.
My phone's live stream.
It's free. And Wikipedia changed the name of the book.
Oh, it's my husband. Hello? Where are you?
Hello.
You're asleep.
I'm awake now.
I'm live streaming.
Oh, that's your march. That's straight.
Oh, they're all marching now. I'm just waiting for the return.
Yeah, you're screaming.
I'm streaming live right now.
Oh, there you go, Will.
The world can't hear you at the moment. I don't think.
How's the weather?
Microphone. Oh, don't even talk about it. I don't want to jinx it. It hasn't come down yet. The sun's trying to peek out, but the grey clouds are still around.
Is there a lot of people?
There was probably over 1,000 people.
At all?
Yeah, well, it's not as big as the COVID one.
Yep.
But had a few oh, hang on a minute. I'm going to turn this off. That coming through. Had a few people. We went sort of into the crowd and had a bit of a chat with some people, and then they all went off on their. You can sit on that chair, mate.
Yeah.
Had a bit of a chat, and then they went off on their march, and just saw Phil. Phil just popped up, so he's gone to get a coffee, and then he's coming back, and Aiden's gone to get me a coffee.
Good.
But I got here like 2.5 hours early.
Yeah.
And went to put the gazebo up, and it was a freaking chair.
Plus,
Yes. So I had to go to Bunnings and buy a gazebo and come back, set up the gazebo.
did you check any of this before you left for stuff?
I checked everything, babe, except for that because it was sitting out the front, like you said,
Was it?
leaning up against the wall. And I thought, okay, well, there it is, leaning up against the wall. So I put it in the car. It wasn't a freaking gazebo.
Chair.
It's one of those big, long lounge chairy things.
What?
One of those folding chairs, those big, long lounge chairs.
No idea what you're talking about.
Okay, whatever. It's like a camp chair, but it's long. It's a lazy boy. Anyway, I'm not going to argue with you on live stream. I'm not going to argue with you on live stream.
Just wait soon. Like, so someone's put the cover for the gazebo over a chair.
No, love. I don't know what they done, but what was leaning up against the wall, which was what I thought was the gazebo, was not the gazebo. It was a lounge chair. And you won't until you see the thing. And you'll see how easy it was to mistake it for a bloody gazebo. Because it's as big as the gazebo.
Wow. I don't even know what that is. That's anyway. Just there's a picture of the thing that your gazebo's in, but just like
Yeah, okay, whatever. I got one now. It's too late. I wasn't going to go back home and get it because I was already in the city in my car park.
yeah.
Yeah, anyway. So I'm live streaming at the moment, but I've got a gentleman here who wants to have a chat, but
Yeah. Do that. Or I go wake up. So
yeah.
This afternoon to go to practice.
I figured just Phil rang on the messenger, probably wake you up.
Oh, there's something on my phone. Wake up every day. Us.
Still, I made it.
No, I don't like to sleep.
All right.
No, so
Bye. And there was my husband. That was my husband.
Where's he today?
He's a fly in, fly out worker.
Okay, for mines.
Yeah, in WA at the moment.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's where all the trouble's coming from.
He's working night shift.
That's where all our trouble's coming from. West. It's coming from the west, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming from the west. They intercept our Imperial. So we've got an Imperial wireless chain of command that runs from Darwin straight down to South Australia, right to there.
Right.
And yeah, they've taken over administrations to it. And because of our mining sector and our critical minerals and how much there is in Western Australia, not to mention it's the closest to the Western world, so they don't have to travel through. It's the Western port that they needed. And to control the West port, they needed Darwin port, which is our, it controls the Imperial Wireless Chain of Command and anything coming through from the top, coming from our regulator, from the king.
Yep.
But yeah, it's scary. Yeah.
How you doing?
You're right. I didn't see you going live before.
I'm live now.
What?
Yeah, I'm live now.
You're on live.
No, you've got to face this way. Camera's facing me.
They're around somewhere.
They're all gone a bit of a man. Where's Adam?
He's in
Can I ask you
Australia.
Yep. Phone call before. Information.
It was
That
Mark
was you ringing
Aldridge.
me.
So,
Mark Aldridge?
yeah, what is he?
Oh.
There you go.
It's just a slight delay.
Do you know much about Mark Aldridge? Mark?
Now, I've got him on my Facebook.
Right, okay. So I don't do Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay.
For good reason.
Yeah, that's right.
He is here somewhere. He's here, but he's probably marching at the moment.
I don't need to see him. I was just wondering, like when you go online, I mean, it's a great cause, I think. But, there's all this sort of media bullshit about far right and Nazis and crap like that.
Yeah, well, I'm the far right.
Yeah, well, you count me in.
Well,
I don't like, unchecked immigration.
Exactly.
That's exactly right. And the thing is, right, it has got, I don't want to scare anyone, but it does have to do with fucking
Still a bunch.
federal American Nazi Party that's doing this to our country. It does.
The biggest concern I have is the numbers, because it's basically way ahead of the housing numbers that Australia can provide. And it's a Ponzi scheme. It's more people to build more houses, to build, for more people.
We don't let them have a chat. You want to sit down and have a chat?
Oh,
Yeah, I've got the camera on you now.
No, don't do that.
No,
Too late, mate.
too late.
Yeah.
You're going out to the world. That's all right. I only have 165 followers, so they're all in America.
I've got so many friends who came here, with post-war families and that. And they're all great people.
Yeah.
But, their kids are being excluded from housing because of the pressure that's been put on the housing market. Yeah. And
it's our enemy, and they're coming to take over. That's what it is.
The other concern is obviously the cultural makeup of the people that the government just seems to be working in. I mean, I think Burke signed off on 3,000 Palestinians coming into Australia unchecked. So ASIO weren't able to run the ruler over them. And by the very nature of that, you've just got to ask, well, who is doing these checks? And if you look at Palestine, it's just full of people who cause a lot of trouble. And, the whole of the Middle East is a conflict. You need to be done.
Only for the last 4,000 years.
Yeah, well, that's
the thing, though, where the kids are still in power. They've got these medieval minds, and they're still operating under medieval law and times, and they're just, they're using all this critical data and everything that could be used to exonerate men. Like, we could
lift us.
They're just a religious war. That's exactly what it is.
Well, there's always a great replacement theory. I don't totally discount that, because no one ever asked Australians about the numbers of people they wanted to flood into the country or the cultural makeup of those people.
If we knew that there was the policy when the voting time was happening and we had a say, where we don't really have a say because I don't know who voted.
Well, that comes back to my story, as I was saying before. My father, he was born in 1947.
It's their own way of doing it. They don't change. They don't care about what we say.
From his family in 1957. Now, in 1957, they introduced the Trading with the Enemies Act, right? And if you look at everything before that, it's like they set up communications and took over administration. So that the moment they did that Trading with the Enemies Act, they had control of everything. Because you've got to do everything by your mobile phone these days. Everything.
I know.
And
that's a risk.
Yeah.
If you want to have private communication, you don't use a mobile device.
Yeah, we've been talking all the years that we've been saying, beware of the mark of the beast, beware of the mark of the beast, and that's your phone is the mark.
That's right.
You're in it. You're already in it. You don't realise it. You're in it.
Yeah.
It's like you can't do anything really.
Yeah.
Without you try to go back to old school. You can. So everything go back to paper.
Yeah.
Paper bills. All that sort of stuff, right? So start
the last you're in the woods.
Yeah. Well, that's right. We'll have to go back to the old print type, because that's what it's going to be. Go back to basics, because the technology, they've sold us out to technology, and that's where we are now. We're in that technology. Food is industrial.
Well, there's technical.
Our time is industrial. Everything. It's all about get up with the clock. Get up with the.
That's why they're trying to destroy. Middle-aged, so I'm 40 years old, and only a couple of years ago, there was all this thing about men. So I started on men heavily, and 40-year-old men, right? They started on and seen them as right? And it's because we were born in the 80s, and we were born into the trouble, and we were going to see it and be able to visually take on, we can see what's going on. And that's why they did it to us, not to our parents, because they were living in the 60s and partying up, loving life, but then
everything was behind the scenes and no one asked questions then, because we trusted the government.
That's right.
Our parents thought that the government were telling us the right thing, that what they were saying were not deceivers.
Going back to
now they're deceivers. They are liars, and they right. So here it is in a nutshell. A friend of mine said this to me, because this is what the government's saying from the government's perspective. Because we can print our own money, the creditors feel comfortable loaning us capital in exchange for our resources. That is why the company employees are our greatest resource, and the capital, because we actually don't pay them anything, yet they owe us.
Yeah, it's all interesting. I don't go too far down that sort of conspiracy for our government to stay. You've got to.
Well, it's not really a conspiracy because that's the fact.
Well, you've got to.
Everything's been sold out. The Lim Agreement was signed so that Australia loses its manufacturing, goes to developing countries, and Australia will become a technology-based country. We are in it.
Yeah, and
there's no conspiracy.
You can see that America's gone the same way, but they're not.
Absolutely, because we're the West. We're all the West. We're all controlled by the two. Sorry, I didn't say that. It's all coming down to that big control factor where they have they're looking like a victim. I don't know who it is, but they're looking like a victim. I know who it is, and they're making it look like they're the ones, but they're the ones who are chucking the rocks, right? But he who has no sin path throw the first stone.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. I really admire the way they're hanging themselves into this. They're the last standing democracy. They do have.
No, they're not. They're not. They're forcing that. You've seen the real footage. You've seen the real footage of what they're doing. They're sending ground forces in now.
Like a DDoS attack.
They're going to wipe out whoever's left in Gaza. There's going to be no one left. So that they've got.
Where are you? They're a real problem here.
Bang. America's in there too. America took their embassy in there.
Well, it's not. They do have a lot of.
They do. They're part of them. They're controlled by them. They're cabal. It's all cabal. Call me a racist, whatever, but it's like the fact is, these are what they're doing. And the big picture is so that there is one controlling power, and that is then because they're all underneath everything. You go back, you follow the money, follow the money, follow the money.
I've worked in property development. It's very well connected.
Of course. They don't own the show. They don't own the show.
I didn't detect any conspiracy.
They're all good. The people we talk to, they're all good people, right? You talk about the ones at the top and worship the darkness. Sorry. I love the people. I love the people.
Okay, so yesterday I heard that our government is giving Nauru $400 million to take on the criminals that refuse to leave Australia. The criminal immigrants that refuse to leave Australia. They are ordered to leave, but they won't leave.
The ones that got let out.
So, exactly. So now, not only are we losing all of our infrastructure and our lifestyle, we're losing $400 million to Nauru so they can build camps to keep them there because they won't. Who's the boss?
All I'd say about that is,
who's the boss?
I'd say Nauru has struck a very lucrative deal for themselves.
100%.
And what you've got is federal government in desperation. It's a political nightmare for them. And all these people refusing to leave Australia and refusing to pay. So what do you do with them? And you've got the High Court saying, let them free, you can't detain them. So you've got to send them somewhere. I'd rather have that than have them circulating in the community.
100%. But I would prefer that they just go home. Why should we have to pay for them to live here?
The home might pay.
Yeah, well, they come down to give rights.
But the guy that they wanted to send to Venezuela,
human rights and human rights.
the guy that they wanted to send to Venezuela, the guy that they wanted to send to Venezuela in America, the Maryland dad, right? He's now going to Uganda, right?
Yeah, well, I don't think. I mean, he's basically been unthinkable. So some this judge decided, the US government was allowed to report him. So, the reporting back.
That's my point. But that's my point. What is the point of having a precedent if a judge, any old judge, can just slam down his gavel and say?
I think you'll find there's remarkable things.
Only the
supporter.
I mean, they're not trouble students.
I like having an extra
today, Sunday. So I think maybe that's why they're doing it, which is fair.
No. Like, I mean, big church. Everything that's happened. You know how many years they've been the Protestants and the Catholics don't mix.
Yeah.
In Ireland, it's north, south, right? All that.
Yeah,
they're
actually
actually
Irish.
Yeah, so the conflict they've had.
Yeah.
They're coming together to combat this infiltration of illegal immigrants
by an overwhelming.
But we still.
They had some police on them as well, like maybe 5 or 6 along the road.
in that manner, how surprised were you that Anthony Albanese won the election at 8:30 on the same day?
Hey, hang on, the Labor Party got what? Well, they're not in with the majority, you know.
But that's exactly my point.
But the Green are pulling shots.
That's right.
And they don't. The Labor Party don't want you to know that. You look at
but that's the thing. Labor Party thinks we're that stupid that we don't know that. That's the problem.
Yeah,
the Labor Party thinks that we don't know that the Greens are
most people don't.
Well, we do care.
Yeah, that's
the
very
came out here.
There's not many compared to how many we've got in Australia.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
But it's hard, you know. So if people are risking, they feel they could risk their livelihood. You know, if they get seen, all the rumours that get put out there, you know, so people are going to be watched. You know,
it's hard to die on staff. No, like I'm sitting here talking to you, you know, as you are. They already got a file on me when I was 17 years old because I attended a rally of students who were upset about the way they were being treated, secondary students. And we all got together and thought it'd be a good idea to form a group. And so I was targeted and I seen the file, seen photos.
So I was talking to a guy just been by and he's not coming for that reason. You know, he's so he knows that if he arrived, he would have been focused on it because he's not, you know, not because he's criminal, but because he's just, that's it.
Well, you know, why should we live in fear of that? That's right. If that's the kind of society that's being imposed on us, we actually need to stand up and say it's not. I think what happened during COVID was outrageous. And, you know, like we overstepped with the pressures from the Morrison government, get everyone vaccinated, no racism, any of the human rights. You know, where were they? And eventually...
Oh, so we're racist and neo-Nazis now, are we? Yeah, so I saw you shake.
Channel the BBC back into the ABC. The BBC went to air saying 2,000 people rallied in Adelaide. You know how many people the police counted and announced? So, you know, and they wonder why they're called the lying media and people have nothing but contempt for them.
Okay, so you can watch yourself on my show.
You're just trying to monetize this.
Oh, well, I've been doing this since 2019 and nobody donates numbers.
Yeah.
I'm still doing it. There's a reason I'm doing it.
We got 7 viewers. 7 viewers.
Yeah.
In anything.
7 viewers.
Hello, viewers.
Hello, 7 viewers.
But, you know, the whole...
Who the fuck is called Aidan Kelly?
He's here.
Your dad.
Is that Dad?
So how come you guys are all sort of involved? If you had, you know, cause to get upset about things the way you see?
Yeah, I think it's just a drive to see that we are controlled by these people and they've got their agenda and we don't have any enough for it.
I don't.
Yeah, I've got concerns running from every part of what's happening on the street, all the way through the way French relationships, which is increasing Australia's future being mishandled. Totally mishandled by the Albanese government.
Absolutely.
You know, they haven't met the president. The president hasn't even bothered to appoint he got rid of Carolyn Kennedy, or she departed the moment he was elected. Yeah. She was a piece of work, as you know. But the truth of the matter is they can't even get an interview with Pete Hegseth, who isn't the president. You know, going, well, Australia's obviously at the bottom of the list.
The representative over there is Kay Rudd. Who wants to meet with him?
The man who eats his own earwax in the federal court. Is everybody?
Thanks for that.
You know what? You know what he calls Elbridge Colby. Now, Elbridge Colby is a very serious guy. Elbridge Colby is the guy doing the defence review of the AUKUS. And if you go to his website, he's set up it's called the Marathon Initiative.com, okay? Go read the stuff that's on the Marathon Initiative. It's all about how America needs to move forward with the deteriorated defence system that they've got, what needs to be done, how it needs to be done. He's the perfect guy to be reviewing AUKUS. He's a very serious operator. And Rudd calls him Bridge, you know, and Bridge and I, you know, we sit around and drink wine together, you know, and he's coming out with his buds, my Elbridge Bridge is my best mate, right? This is not Bridge making the decision. At the end of the day, Bridge has a responsibility to advise the US Congress and the President whether the AUKUS deal should proceed. And the biggest issue is whether the Virginia-class submarines can be delivered to Australia. Meanwhile, we've got the Prime Minister of Australia saying, well, we're getting different. We're not sure whether we're helping with those submarines if push came to shove over
We're
Taiwan.
not getting any submarines.
And so you're right. That's exactly what's going to happen. And like you point this out, and I mean, most people are not engaged at that level. But I'm seriously concerned about the lack of serious people in Canberra having defence of our nation. My family extended back to the 1850s. I fought and defended Australia.
We don't give a shit about our warriors like Adelaide there.
With our defence system, I think, and with the people who are coming into position in their of authority to organise stuff, like you say, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of our parents and grandparents who were in those positions were they'd grown up from like a war mentality, from the first second.
Yeah, I saw it. I was set up that way.
So we're sort of the tail end of the ending. Baby boomers sort of all that sort of thing. So now, what they've not got their mind as their mind's corporate. Their mind is not defence. It's not the passion for the country. Yeah, there's not the passion for the
why? But the education system changed. It's very deliberate. They're marched through the institutions by the Marxists. When Don Dunstan was Premier of South Australia, one of the things that he did was he appointed the Model Park Teachers College. And
where is it? They're already on the road. Yeah, on the way. They're through out the city at this point. They've been gone for about half an hour. Yeah, how far away you're about? They've probably either passed Rundle Mall or they're like near King William. Yeah, okay, sweet. Many people? A lot. Yeah. At least over 1,000. Oh. They'll be back here at around 2. And yeah, I don't know how long the after show's gone, but we're going to be here until they run around 3 at the minute. Yeah, sweet. I don't really know Rundle. I mean, yeah, like just go down Rundle Street and literally just keep going. You'll find Rundle.
We don't have
legend.
We don't have
A good one, man.
We've got a bunch of sneaks sitting around. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
They're worried about us, and you're going, we're trying to you are not defending us,
On North Territory.
And so, we don't really radical Islam being taught into Australia, hate preach from the pulpits and Adelaide. We don't want that. That doesn't fit Australian values, but no one's calling and some Jewish far-right politician wants to come to Australia and talk about what's happening in Israel and in Australia because of the lack of
there you are, there,
Jewish community, which has become evident. So, no, you can't come here. You're going to be a troublemaker. These are democratic elected member of the only democracy. Don't let people, 3,000 people Israel, unfiltered, 3,000.
Yeah, well, Anthony Albanese just decreed them their own state.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Well, he didn't ask us.
Oh, I know. He never does. That's what I'm saying. So he's decreed them their own state.
Yeah, look, I think the US president's had words to say about that.
I'm sure
I think he's Steve Witkoff.
Unfortunately,
there will be no Palestinian state. And the thing is, you can't just say you're going to have one. It doesn't work right.
Right, that's exactly.
I think the bad fact is, you can't reward what's happening over
Giving them a state, exactly.
And the problem that the Israelis have is they've got a very aggressive bunch of people on their doorstep who were.
Well, they say, let as many come in as we can.
They elected us in 2005. Hamas just took over them. And then they did a concerted with the support of it. And the overriding, it's a waste.
It is.
And that's not a good thing.
It's been in the UK.
Like our whole cities we've gone back. And this is, okay, war's horrible. I don't
No one.
I don't shy away from
with that.
saying that
Yeah.
because it's the truth. I wouldn't want to be
Yeah, but who would disagree with that? Who would disagree?
No one would disagree with it, but it's a fact. And the thing is, Australians, as I said, virtually no choice. It's existing people. And I think Netanyahu is a bold politician. Everyone's got their different views about Netanyahu.
I think
But you
Netanyahu.
don't have strong leaders in these situations.
Sadly, I think Netanyahu is in some deep personal political troubles of his own, and he's like.
Well, he has been for a long time. He's been attacked by the left in Israel from day one.
I have to agree with the people that say that he's trying to prolong the war. I have to agree with those people because there have been opportunities, same with the Russia-Ukraine war. There have been, like, when Trump got into power, and he had that with Zelensky in the office where Zelensky got growled at by the vice president, right? That was, in my opinion, Vladimir Putin's big opportunity to stand up and be the bigger person, to be the bigger man, and show his countrymen that he is there for their benefit, rather than to continue a war against a nation, well, not a nation, against Ukraine for territory. I know, but it used to be theirs. It used to be
it wasn't
right.
theirs. No, it was part of the Soviet Union.
It was part of the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
Which is what they all say Vladimir Putin's dream is, to bring back the old Soviet Union.
As a Ukrainian friend of mine says, Russia's nothing without the Ukraine. When the Soviet Union broke up, a lot of states were formed, and one of those states happened to be Ukraine. Basically inherited from the breakup of the Soviet Union massive arsenal of nuclear weapons, which
they gave up. Yeah.
Well, which was of concern to everybody around them, mainly the Russians, but the US as well. So there was a negotiation done which resulted in a thing called the Budapest Memorandum. The Budapest Memorandum. I think we find that the US, Britain, not have been France, but certainly the US and Britain, key players, and Russia, all provided a security guarantee for Ukraine, right? Now, this gets lost in the wash, and people need to be reminded that the US actually has a responsibility, even under the Budapest Memorandum, to support the Ukrainians to, fend Russia off. No one's mentioning that, but it needs to be talked about. Now, you can understand the Russians, they're sort of...
There's a lot of territory in Ukraine, though, that is Russian populated.
There was a Russification. There was there's been a war going on there for a lot longer than just the invasion. That war's been going on.
I have a friend who has friends in Ukraine who said to her, when the build-up was first happening, before the war actually started, that to them, it was just an everyday occurrence, seeing those things, seeing those operations, seeing the build-up. They weren't expecting it to escalate, and it escalated after Joe Biden entered
they saw
the arena. That's right.
And they saw the weakness in the Euro conglomerate. Yep. It was obviously incapable of doing anything. I mean, Britain stood up and have tried to deliver on their view. They're pretty useless. They're not the power that they
always seem to be the bloody people that cause the freaking trouble.
They're lovely people because that's my family. But I've got to say that they're not the power that they used to be. But, Boris Johnson came out and said, we're going to defend. Where's he? But they have been supported. Australia's been supported. But, America's been supported, but it's all been conditionally restricted. They never gave Ukraine significant confidence to deliver a decisive blow. And, at the moment, Ukraine's sitting there.
And that was the other thing. Like, when Joe Biden was in power, they were drip-drabbing, armaments over, delaying, installing.
You can have these attackers, but you're limited in the range. But you've got to realise that if you look at what the Ukrainians are actually achieving this last target, and to their credit, they haven't been targeting civilian population, unlike Russians. The Russians, they're the orcs. They are, J.R. Tolkien wrote, Yeah, so it's Lord of the Rings. Who do you think he had in mind? I'll guarantee you it was, everything sort of east.
Yeah, right.
So, and particularly personalised people in charge, it was just the most awful place.
Yeah.
And, they went, here's a murder. Straightforward, here's a murder.
Oh, yeah,
How many people have fallen out of windows and stuff?
Finish your hair.
You gotta be kidding. But anyway, the Ukrainians have been incredible. Their precise targeting is obviously been assisted by massive ability of Western powers to provide intel.
Yeah.
So I think, there is a program. There are advisors. They haven't been abandoned. But you've got to realise that what the US doesn't do, it can't afford to fight a war on two fronts. If you go to the Marathon Initiative and read the papers that have been written by all the key people who advised the US president about the trying security arrangements and what they should be doing strategically to defend the USA. It's all about the biggest problem we have is China. We need to contain China. We need to prepare for the invasion of China. Obama.
We've got 8,000 boot-ready soldiers. How do you think we're going to defend ourselves against China? We've got 8,000 boot-ready soldiers in this nation.
Professor Clive Hamilton basically wrote a book called Silent Invasion. Now, Clive Hamilton is the main nuclear and it's signed by he was horrified by Chinese demonstration that was allowed to continue to take place on the lands of House Canada. He started to look into what was going on and the extent to which the People's Republic of China had spread tentacles into the very fabric of Australian society, particularly through universities, but also through other institutes. Now, read the book, right? And it's well researched. He didn't do it alone. I can't remember the last talk to get. But his advice is from the Chinese community in Australia who do not support Beijing. Right, we've got over 1 million people here from basically China. But within the Chinese community, I was speaking with these people. So this is, the actual working voices now. They estimate there's 300,000 at least. I've got to get a news. Mainland Chinese in Australia who would support Beijing in the event of a conflict at the drop of a hat. There are leaders with Communist China.
You're not allowed to leave China if you agree to spy for China.
Well, have a look at all the influence that's been projected on that president. The research that's being done on AI, more than just AI, facial recognition all over the nation. That research, a lot of that research, the key research done here at the University of Adelaide.
I refuse to use it.
And we're not AI. This is facial recognition, the technology that China.
Yeah, I think it's here over there, South Australia, Stephanie.
Chinese Communist Party. Lots of
Chinese people are blind. It's never usually the people, it's usually the government.
Well, yeah, they're deeply oppressed people. Right. But there's, a hell of a lot of Chinese Communist Party. Chinese Communist Party could be declared the reason why I say that there's many, many reasons, but you only need one reason. They run a huge organ harvesting racket. They use the Uyghurs, and according to data,
I've seen horrific documentaries on that stuff.
Yeah. They send out teams to kill and harvest from live people, only Uyghurs, because they're halal. Apparently, according to David Flint, recently speculated,
thanks for ringing.
Good to see you. Regular contributor. It's done because halal organs are preferred.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
This is, and there's 70,000 world documents, 70,000 people murdered, run by a criminal conspiracy called Chinese Communist. Now, why are we dealing with these people? How can any politician, sleep in bed at night having accepted the
probably want a
largesse of these murderous.
Because when they want a kidney, they're going to get one.
That's right. They got plenty of money.
Well, only if they need it halal. You know,
They don't care. They don't care if it's halal or not, as long as it matches their blood type, and they get it.
This is a display. You know, it's a and like this doesn't get recognised. You know, you're not allowed to speak. You won't. Well, there are people like that.
What about the abortion? What Albanese said that full-term abortion's okay.
Oh. Yeah, I don't.
Oh, that's money. Stem cells. All stem cell research. It all goes as research.
Yeah.
Oh no, let's just destroy the child. You know, let's just do that, and then we've now got another industry. Right? Like the Uyghurs they're walking with cabinets for organs that they want. As soon as the Chinese government want.
Yeah, where are the human rights lawyers on that particular question? You know, you don't hear a word from the bar.
So we've got a few politicians that are speaking out.
Yeah,
they've found the proof. They've proved them. They're saying, Well, there's a politician. She's unfortunately I forgot her name, but she's uncovered them to say here is the paperwork to say your baby will cease its existence by. These are my words, not the words of the paper. But it was like they were getting injected with. Oh, it's disgusting. This industry, it's the industry for art, and it's another one that's hidden.
Yeah,
because it's such a backdoor hand in the unseen.
It's
again,
an abomination.
How do they sleep?
People doing this are abominable.
Yeah,
and we shouldn't be dealing with those. You know, no country should deal with people who do that sort of stuff.
That's right.
You know, Australia, run by who? Well, you know, we have a real problem.
Run by corporate organisations. They're all corporate. They're all paid. Every single one of them. Like all of the we're in this position. So what my understanding is that inflation is created by people needing a profit from their investment. So the people who are buying the products are also being encouraged to invest in the investment company. So you're shooting yourself in the foot, aren't you? If you invest in a company that's creating inflation, then where's the common sense in that? But they're pushing it to say, well, you need your investment. Or it's more that they're focusing on the people who have the money, the advertising to bring the customers in. But they're putting these adverts on mainstream media like Vanguard and BlackRock to go and invest your money with them. Well, look, there it is in your face. You're like saying, well, hang on, these people are running all of the airport plus the airlines, your corporate businesses, your Walmart, Coles, Woolies, BP. No, they're all invested in these companies, and they remain drivers.
You're right about that.
It's a psychotic loop of profit. We are the profit. They are the profiteers. We're the ones that have to do all the hard work and get a press, but we've got no say in it. In the big picture, you know. Well, when you understand it, that's what come out here.
What you need is a situation where you have a life electricity, inform people every day, and who are prepared to stand up and to lead the country. Which means there's hard decisions, and hard decisions aren't necessarily politically popular. So you need people who are capable of telling the people who are going to be affected by those decisions what's going on. You know, you need in a participatory democracy that would happen, and in a better model than we have in Australia. I've heard it said many times with what they have in Switzerland. They have a functioning democracy where up to 4 times a year, citizen-initiated referenda. And anyone can get a petition up for a referendum. You've got to take that many people. You've got to run that as I think it's a binding referendum as well. So that there's a genuine engagement with people, with the people that are actually meant to be helping us in government, you know. Basically a public figure, it's your responsibility to the people who elected you and to the genuine elected. And that's not change that perspective. You know, but in good old Australia, we've got the uni-party system, and you can see the way that's generated in South Australia. The last 2 leaders of the Liberal Party, you don't need to go any further. My goodness, and particularly the last one. and he's brazen about it. And now, I'm not talking about the current leader. I'm talking about the previous one. Current leader, I don't know much about, but I can say he's not people else.
No,
And
there's history behind it. Like a lot of the politicians now are correct.
Yeah.
And their credibility is like, well, what have they done? And then you hear the critics. All it is like they put in more tighter rules.
Well, like Trump. And why
make it look like they're doing something like the wealthy.
Well, they're not wealthy people. They're not being Muslim. No, not being in business. They're getting money from them.
It's only career politicians.
Don't think about it.
Once they've done that, they're sneaking. Then they go. Now the only reason they want to get a job in the corporate CEO is because they have influence with political.
Yeah, that's right. And it's refreshing to see successful business knows how it works. And
he does, but he's still part of them. He's not the Messiah. He's not the saviour. There's a bit left. Going to make him. He's still part of this.
Well, at least he's arrested with a tiny part. Imagine where that'd be if there'd been a real.
Yeah. It's again. It's the red and the blue. It's the red and the blue.
He needs to destroy
the blue. The same as the red. The red is the same as the blue. Only because that's what the picture that he painted. Because he's been in business.
No,
he's been in business, and he's there. He's the people. He's for the people.
Hey, let's have fun. Nice. I'm multi-billionaire.
You got it.
Scott, hopefully you just say, oh, thank God.
I mean, it's pretty good. Just make my day.
Look at the great, look at your tax. The absolute.
That's right. Also lost money. Every other president that gained their bank balance decreased. He's the only one that's decreased.
So,
they're painting the picture that
he's motivated. He's motivated. I mean, okay, he's a showman and he likes the limelight. And he likes to be the boss, all those things. But he is an astute businessman who understands what he can do with it. And compare that to Biden. Or compare that to any of those Democrats. In his basement, ruling by you.
Just that. I don't even understand how they just say he's been in chips, but he's gone. But Obama has such a stronghold, and we don't realise the power that Obama has. He has so much influence when his party, and yet he's the one who was pulling all the stuff.
I think you'll find there's a dossier based on leading to charges in the Department of Justice.
Yes.
So things are coming.
Yeah.
And
that's only what we get told.
Well, yeah, there's a thought that it probably won't come to a trial, but he may well ease himself out of the country and one could only touch it. So the point I'd like to make is let's see that are happening before he's elected. And again,
he was never actually out of the election. I recall him the vice presidency when he came in. He was legitimate the other way.
Yeah, and I think it's weird. But he was out of office, but he was preparing again to run again. But he got the team together this time.
Yes.
So,
short away was the first time.
Month next.
Okay. The American government is politics. So you look at what's playing out in the Middle East, you say, oh, that's 8 times that. Oh, so he's then, a couple of years ago, when he was running, like it was fantastic, things are going really well, I'm going to cut. But he looked like he was doing the saving. Then he gets voted out. Oh, we don't want him. And you've got this guy that's like, lost confidence. So then he's come back in again. Yay, we've got it all back. Now they're trying to attack him, so they're making Trump look like a victim. So people have that passionate.
personally, I wouldn't go so far as to say everything Japanese state which is by dark. So I just don't think that's adds up. I've certainly
no, that's fair enough. But it's definitely because like you know that a millionaire will gamble on on the forward, the energies of the universe, where billionaires guarantee that they will do because they know the power is there. Well, this is where we don't go. We get fed the media stuff. You know, if you go deeper than that and see what we are as spiritual beings here, it's a big whole game. Okay, what part do we play in that? We see the African performance that gets put on. Because how can it not be when you see everything is done so secretively? Things are hidden from us.
I think a lot of things are. Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of behind the scenes out there.
And that's sort of what I'm my point.
Yeah, that's always been the tendency. If you look back through history,
how to control people.
Power corrupts and
how to control people.
So
that began play.
So
it's
going to behave in a corrupt manner in a dark place, and that's what and eventually, under the sanitizing,
they're all under that guise, and that's why Hollywood being the holy stick is it's all part of the corrupt side of it all. Yeah, I know. Yeah, look, sometimes you don't want to think it because surely if then it's true,
there's not
been bluffed this whole time.
There's no two ways that the media, particularly creators in Hollywood, are being used. That's quite great. They promote the American.
They live. You've seen that movie? Back in the 80s. Yeah, write that one down. They lived.
So
84, I think it was filmed, mate. Be one of the toughest fight scenes in any movie.
Oh yeah, when you were interviewing people, it got very pixelated and a bit.
But it was
but the audio was.
I don't know what you love seeing. Yeah. But this one, it's telling a story.
So it's good that people turned up here today, and I think it's good that there's a message that there's unrest about what's happening. I don't think any far right. Sort of.
No, well, they were over there. They were over there.
As long as they're not doing the solution, from people's point of view, they're good.
But again, we
could
talk about his view, Adolf Hitler's point of view, and then again, that makes me. You look back at history. Well, how much of the history has been changed? What was his motivation to do what he did? Okay, what he did, how it came about and stuff. But the big picture is what they do. Why was he targeting that particular group of people? What was his point about targeting that group of people?
Look, it relates to there was some people. No, something about the step on. You've got to remember,
but it's
he
not
didn't do all that alone.
No, that's right. But he just that one man to have a vendetta against a full group of people.
The German people were warlike people. The practice have always been
Rothschild. They were all in there poking the bear, trying to make someone throw the first stone. Right? And that's what they did. They found that the ones who were being protected were the ones who were paying the big money, and the ones who came in and started the big thing and stuff.
Yeah.
It goes back way past the when probably double the amount of time it was the problem. Right? That's how far back it was. Before
if you read the way it all up. You've got to remember history is probably very different history of
bang on that one. Bang on.
History is written by the big my family's there. My friend.
But that's again old men who know each other. That's it. Young men who don't know each other to fight their war. Because we don't know the truth. The three things cannot be like the sun, the moon, and truth. So it's coming out now. 2025 is 9 years, which in numerology is the finalisation of the plan. From now, up to 2030 is the agenda. That's how they're going to fulfill it.
Yeah,
So this at the end of this year, we're going to start seeing things where, like now, there's already painted public citizens, which is perhaps more on it, that they're bad people. Yeah, they're painting this picture.
It does look like
They can put in their operation so they can stand against people who talk about it against the government. The communist is running the joint, so it's just
no, you do get you do. You know, if you have a look at what happened, very unpleasant.
Yeah.
Almost lost the plot.
Well, he's been painted as losing before.
Well,
He's been pounded. He's been pounded. There was one man, 10 people turned up. 10 coppers. And then how did he get away? Oh, hang on. I think that might have been a difficult thing. 10 people arrived to get one man who was in a house, with children, armed. They were. He was. That's the story. 10 men armed, fully fucking armed with their big guns, right? They've come in to get him. Isn't he? No, they're dead. What happened?
Well,
we don't get the truth. We don't get the truth.
No, look, you know,
We don't get the truth. You know, we can't argue. We don't get the truth.
You can't tell me 10 store office Victorian police would go conspiracy or through their mates get stuff there. That wouldn't happen.
No, because they don't know. They don't know the picture. They're not going to go out there and say, okay, Dave and Trev, you're going to die today, but good on you for the team, right? You're not going to do that. Why would the people at the top tell their little plebs to go and do the plan? That's just stupid. You know, they don't do it. That's why it happens the way it is. We are shocked. We are shocked to go, how could that happen? Look at this guy, paint him as a fucking villain.
I think
He's a lot of the truth, right? And he's sick because people have been pounding him. We might have invited that. You never know, but still seeking the truth as well.
Yeah,
if we get the full truth, then we can really make steps.
We're arbiters of our own guess.
Yeah.
And you know, he got in trouble big time.
Yeah. The only way we're going to change this world is to change our world.
You know, I don't understand how come men have to die in these situations. Were they issued with bullet proof? You know, did they have body armor? No, why didn't they just arrest him when he was off the property and go and see it? You know, that would have been a smarter way to go.
That's right.
You know, if he's walking down to the general store, you can see whether he's after. These are interesting questions.
Exactly.
And you've got to remember you would have thought after the Queen Villa tragedy that, you know, the senior police who look at these things would have picked up on, well, there seemed to be quite a 2 young officers.
That's right.
Get sent to their deaths.
That's right.
By senior officers.
That's right. Yeah. I can't talk. I can't talk about it anymore because I think it's tragic that happened. There are too many unanswered questions that are.
I think. Well, there's never, to my mind, there should have been an inquiry about how that's.
There's not over. It hasn't even finished yet. So.
Well, not only what Victoria will come to about William Villa.
Yeah.
You know, these are known people to be armed. Jane, why don't police take care of the young ones? And also, you know, there's ways to apprehend if you need to without incurring that level of risk.
Yeah, from a distance, without that.
Yeah, you know, there's some crazy guy was going and in his own home. And they sent them officers. There is a question.
Too many ways in there.
Yeah, I'm not saying they shouldn't have been there doing it. I'm saying why did it happen? Yeah. And putting it just definitely after it's so anyway, not my job to do it.
No, well, look, those
who left. The media's job to ask those questions. You never hear the media ask these questions. In the old days, there were journalists who would sit up and go, that seems a bit strange. Let's go ask. But you don't hear that. You know, they're all, well, I say all, but most of them are co-opted.
Yeah, it is. It is.
The media generally doesn't sort of
No, absolutely, because they're all owned by them. You only get told.
A lot of them are handpicked for their compliance. Yeah. You know, so the free thinking ones are intelligent and know that there are certain and don't just say we'll take whatever the accepted narrative is.
No.
We'll dig around and explore, do a bit of investigation. Yeah. How many investigative journalists do you hear about these?
No, because you get sports.
90s,
You start hitting the pulse, and it's like, you better kick in.
yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, they'll see this is the Royal Social. That's everyone here. Yeah, it's Australia. No, it's Australia I know. It's the Australia where you can come out and have these stuff.
Come back, Jack.
Yeah. If you don't, then your country's not worth it.
No.
The moment we're like that.
Yeah, that's right.
So, you got to look at the way we have it now, and you got to also look to what's happening and go, well, where's this leading? Where are we being led?
Total control. Total control, so they know how everything. That old you'll own nothing and be happy about it, simply because everyone else owns nothing. That's why you'll be happy. That's their mentality of how we will be happy.
Like if you have a look at the World Economic Forum, and going there's a list floating around on the internet, which is an incredible list of all the Australian politicians who've been young leaders at the World Economic Forum. It's just unbelievable.
Didn't ScoMo win? He was on the board. He was on the board. Jacinta's on the board.
I know they're on the board, but they've all been schooled in Davos, you know?
Yeah. That other dude from the one that fell down the stairs.
Andrew.
Yeah. Well, he had his hand out.
And all of those that you see are all considered to be aloof and Australian public. And they've all, in various different policy ways, sold us down the bloody river. What's happening? And they wonder why Australians get restless. We're not. They do treat us as patsies, and a lot of people are. But there are some people that actually think and observe and talk about it. There's a coming time where there's a lot more to be said about a lot of it. Having people here today. I wonder what happened in Sydney. You know who it was who was seriously rebelled? It's the bloody workers in Melbourne. I mean, they had that massive...
CFMEU. Yeah, they've got him.
Yeah, the CFMEU told that fellow secretary, the came back. I mean, crowds are concerning things. He was an idiot for coming out thinking he was probably work. But he certainly got the reaction he didn't expect. But for the Victoria Police,
I think they ended up finding themselves.
They brought out the armoured van, the gas spray. They brought out the rubber bullets. They shoot. What the hell is going on here? And these people they were pieces of the old lady who got taken to ground and sprayed in the face. I think she was 70. And this went all around the world. The local media wasn't covering it. It's an outrage. And, they wonder why people are going, what's happening to our country? And so what's he? I think a few of the tradies where he moved to somewhere before it was Blackbourne. I won't go to his house, but help him. Which is good. He deserves that. He deserves to be jailed.
You can't just get a wage for doing a job and be void of someone who's calling a pharmaceutical company.
He overstepped so many places.
Yeah.
And obviously has no sense of homicides. Yeah. And that's what I saw with the politicians here. Well, the politicians are very well, but the people they appointed to run the COVID response, they were appalling. That Nicholas, I'll tell you about Nicholas. So I understand personally what their role is. I have to look at the person. It's funny. Their role, right? So has Nicola got any experience in everything? No. He should have prospected the books. He was. I made a one quickly because of associated. What was her particular ability? Well, she had a thanks maybe because he acted medicine. And she's been in charge of what was considered to be or promoted major public health risk epidemic reports was no, you're going, see what, there was no epidemiology. Mark, from the committee of four, not one and then she came up with pizza bar. The Rockville pizza bar, right? Which was quickly debunked.
Yeah.
Look, kept all, there's still old ladies.
Yeah, I signed the
She should have been notified.
signs.
Yeah. Lockdown, she forced people into getting vaccinated.
Online, of course.
Yeah. Like when you go on, after manually you take them to the poll and make sure they do the right
She
thing.
was forced into that by her employers. Don't do it. And all that help. You know, the guy photocopy. He stood up. You've got to explain what you've done. He's a brave man. I respect him because, but I think his folly was to try and fight him forward.
There you go.
Yeah. Because we'll probably end up
What was
There you go.
in his back.
Back of the
But they
back of the cards.
yes, he was exempt from the vaccine.
It's all over.
One of the first arguments put before the judiciary when these hearings were taking place, and this wasn't the footballers' case. So speaking of Bruce William University's on court, it was put to the charge that because they'd been vaccinated, they were actually fine because they'd agreed to go down that particular. Yeah. Look, they took for it. I don't know how much weight they do it, but if you've agreed to the mandate, then you've obviously taken the point of view that it's okay. So you're really unfit to hear the case. It's about whether or not. The counter argument, of course, is that if you said no to the mandate, then corporate would do that. Yeah, it's just no. But you know, it's just you can't expect human rights. And the other worst is
That's me too. Good luck.
the strange really good not just a flight some Facebook or down the track of the it's technology. You know, you need to wait. Now you have to look at conventional bank. Get out there because I've been told that.
My phone number in
What maybe wait for that?
message.
And there was another guy called Professor Thomas Rose. They're both Jim. I saw the place. The doctor of science. You don't get a doctor of science for one. Yeah, and Variety came out and said you don't need to worry about it. There's an early treatment. There's multi-drug.
What's this all about?
They're live streaming on Rumble TV right here. Yeah, so they're just talking about stuff about Alex and country in general.
And it was projected.
Pen and a little notepad.
Any doctors who try
You can find me on Rumble, and you can find me on Rumble or YouTube or X.
and you put it on. They found it. Overnight, you know, well, maybe that actually does good.
Thank you. Great day. I'll see you.
I might not.
Yeah, I don't know if they're reconvening. I think they just don't. I think they just don't.
He had a look at the data coming in on infection fatalities. Now, this guy is considered by in the US and in biostatistics as being the Albert Einstein biostatistics. I've seen it written. I've seen, and that's very highly regarded. He came out with it. So I've run the numbers on this COVID, epidemics in there. It appears to me it's pretty clear that it's no worse than bad flu. No worse than bad flu. And that was in 2020, and it was mid-year before the vaccine trial. And I looked at that and went, well, if it's no worse than bad flu, I've only ever had flu once in my life. That wasn't great, but I got through that. Why would you accept this untested mRNA vaccine injected into you under a mandate system, and who's got the right to dictate to anybody else what medicine they take? None. And this is a government trying to judge this shit.
When they said that we've got one out, a vaccine, I don't know, just my head. Hang on a minute. Normally, most vaccines take years, not months.
The number of people I know who said we're not doing that is some of them are regretful.
But again, everyone did it with the best. They were doing their best for what they felt was the all good, for the better good.
We had politicians here who were suggesting people who were refusing to accept this standard of the basis about people.
Yeah. I
think one of them is standing. They're doing that controversial one of an ex-journalist. I mean, this is like the sort of thing you would expect from parent society.
Yeah.
And like the vaccine engine. Remember Karen Phelps? Now Karen's a lefty, no two ways about it, and she's straight as a die up until now, straight as a die, and probably still is. Health practitioner. She was the president of the Australian Medical Association. So Karen and her wife and partner, they duly got their vaccination and they got injured. And Karen says, I've been injured, and she's highly qualified. She's the right person to determine whether or not she's been injured by the bloody vaccine. They've just suppressed her, totally suppressed her. Suddenly she's persona non grata and not getting a hearing. You're going, what the hell? They will not address or help the people. Oh, that's long COVID. You're going,
long COVID?
Long COVID.
This is the new normal. Okay.
The thing is that all the people who've got vaccinated, the incidence of COVID and repeated bouts of COVID increases with the number of booster shots you've had. So the more you get jabbed, the worse it is. And then they can say, but it's long COVID.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
What's a new thing?
It's
just a new thing, Yeah. And that's where,
And now you've got the Red Cross. The Red Cross won't distinguish between people who've been jabbed with the dangerous mRNA stuff and people who haven't. So, if you have the misfortune you haven't been jabbed, you need a blood transfusion. You can't say, I'd prefer someone unvaccinated. So suddenly you've got the spike protein circulating in your system.
Police
and to say your blood
makes you want to go and donate your own blood.
Yeah, you're right. But you don't. If you had a praying, you can't necessarily. You have that luxury of that. And I don't think you can do it. Then keep it. Right?
Yeah.
Oh no, you can.
Can you?
Yeah, you can have your own. You can have your blood drawn and stored for your own surgery.
Yeah. What? How long does it? What's the shelf life?
Well, what is the shelf life of?
I mean, if you needed surgery,
they can
do that.
They can freeze cord blood.
But they're still
for an undetermined amount of time.
Yeah. So this is where we're at. So that we're all, if the shedding's true, then everyone's still susceptible, aren't they? So if their big plan is, do they put it in food? No.
Well, yeah. Hang on. They're developing veterinary medicine based on the mRNA technology, which will be produced in ScoMo's jab factory.
Yeah,
and that's going into the cattle and into the cotton as well. And you go, well, you'll be eating that.
He won't be.
I tell you what, my advice is go vegetarian.
Well, it's in the lettuce as well, and that's it. Or people, hey, look, all they do is put it in the water, and if it goes into the hydroponic lettuce, it just sucks it straight.
Well, your best bet is source and eat organic food. Because at least the farmers in the organic movement
what's this Everfresh that the organic products can be put into? So it's still organic, but then they put the Everfresh in, which is the coating to make the shelf life longer, and that's toxic itself.
Yeah.
But it's still organic.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Haven't you? Bill Gates has derived it.
Oh,
so
no, you're
stop.
right. I did read an article.
Yeah, Bill Gates
Hey,
has Bill said it's got a tick of approval.
So it's got a USDA certification.
Yeah.
I hope NASA don't do that.
Yeah, no, Bill's a good bloke.
We'll all be eating bloody bugs. Yeah.
Bill's a good bloke. Yeah, so he's going to start.
Hasn't he got a mosquito factory so he can circulate? Vaccine against the chicken.
He launched it at launched him at a conference.
Jack's going to start doing insect burger patties so that we can get a taste, and it's going to start becoming a slow integration.
That sounds horrible.
Slow integration, but you'll get
insect.
Yeah, we'll all get
bit of mayonnaise.
We don't even have to tell you.
You wouldn't even know. Yeah. You might pick a wing out your tooth every now and again, but
Moors will probably be more familiar with it.
Yeah, they won't, because look, these are well documented. These are not just.
It's only another.
It's not
fear,
make believe.
A lot of the stuff
and they wonder why people go down the path of saying, "Well, shit, there's a lot more going on behind the scenes as well." Now, the degree to which you think you should take it is up to you, but. The very fact that you've got this subterranean crap going on and being exposed, it casts down people.
Yeah.
And it also throws the credibility of the so-called authorities that are meant to look after it in government into stark relief and into question. Big question.
Yeah. Because if I was God, I would have sent the flood probably a couple of weeks ago. Just start again. Yeah, I reckon.
I'm not a big believer in divine doing.
But we are the fourth prototype. No, hang on, sorry. We're the first prototype and we're the seventh attempt at getting us to this semi-autonomous mode, progressing into autonomous. Seventh, right? So we only get told that story of that being wiped out, because that's the last bit of history to give us some sort of God factor. Okay,
yeah.
So there is but what about the African tribes who have got history of saying that their tribe folk tale or whatever you call it in their language is before the moon?
Yeah, look, if you look at the belief systems of
primitive
peoples, who haven't reached the same level of civilization, technology. But there are but that was their way of constructing the reality.
Yeah, for sure. But then that's the grassroots of where's your community? Your community is
having constructed their reality. My firm opinion is we don't have to accept their reality in terms of our beliefs.
Everyone's got their.
And I don't.
Your understanding as life goes on through your experiences to know whether you make that assumption of, well, why are we here?
I think it's also really dangerous for educators to be pointing towards, primitive belief systems and putting them on a pedestal, but trying to say that they're trying to say there's so much value in this so-called primitive belief system, including scientific knowledge.
They want to try and eliminate the history. They try to get rid of the history so that we can poo-poo anything else that comes in that questions their narrative.
I don't think Western history is taught properly in all these schools. We didn't get to learn history because that was for the beast room. Again, all the things. So, my understanding of history has come through research in adult life.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking back. I mean, there were attempts during primary school to tell us about facts and skirts back to the time. I'm 7 or 8 years old.
Yeah.
That's late to it.
Was that before the beard?
So, but everyone, I think, should eventually acquaint themselves with history because it's who we are and where we are. Written before our time. You don't accept everything you read, but over a period of time, with different authors, you can kind of get it. And what it means to us today.
Yeah, big picture. I reckon I'm going to.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, sure.
So we've got Jacinta Allen. Jacinta Allen, the Victorian Premier.
Yeah.
has condemned today's march for
Good on him.
Australia, saying those attending are walking with Nazis.
Yeah,
and
oh,
Australia is
I
a
saw
nation
that.
of foreigners.
Yeah, I thought I'd come out and see if there are any Nazis, but I mean, so far I'm disappointed.
Where's our yeah?
Yeah. Where's, you know,
Like,
did they have police here? Do they have a contingent? When we
There
did,
were police here. They were along with the other people.
of a
they just keep,
elected official to turn around and then call her constituents Nazis.
Did you see when there was a comment that she was making about the people, the sovereign citizen, the smirk that she had before she said it, and agreed?
I didn't see it,
Yeah,
but-
yeah, I'll call them that. You
Oh.
know, it's like, oh, okay.
I like the depravity of these people. It's beyond.
well, you know, they look at
The
any
fact that they
opportunity.
can, the fact that they can come out and try and
Well, they're
get us
smeared.
to vote for them and then turn around and call us
They'll smear,
Nazis.
no,
Yeah,
well, they're smearing you for the public consumption so that the public doesn't get the idea. So I know people who would have been here today or been at the march in Sydney or one of the rural towns, but I'm not so sure about that. You know, there'll be cameras out and they'll be taking photos. And you're going,
Yeah.
and they're right, almost certainly. But, you know,
Yeah, but
there's enough people. The state, what's the state going to do?
that's exactly right. The
And
power is
like
in the
15,000 on that Freedom March. They had copies up the side streets on mounted horses. So, you know, the whole
COVID
thing.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah. We came
Yeah.
to that.
and it was an orderly.
Yep.
You know, I mean, I didn't agree
Yeah.
with some.
I actually
speakers and
talked
some
about
of-
that in my podcast the other night because the Victorian one went to the shit house and we had police escorts while the police in Victoria were shooting them
Yeah.
with the rubber bullet.
Well, what I didn't realise was with the demonstration in Canberra, where people came from all over Australia, we never got the full picture of that through the media. I saw some footage online the other night, and it was a big cast of people there. And I spoke with a woman who's a nurse, and she was there, it's going back probably years, and she reckons she got affected by some energy weapon that they were using.
Yeah.
You know, and the bloody federal police using these bloody weapons on the crowd.
Kids, a lot of kids got affected.
Far out.
Yep. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
All right, people.
Well, thank you, Mr. Phil. When are we going to do our podcast? Adam's home this weekend, but
For how long?
just 4 or 5
So
days.
today?
We're only doing a week. He's doing 2 weeks on and 1 week off now.
Well, make it next one. Next time he comes back, we'll do one then. Maybe try and work it.
No, we could be heading off to Europe by then.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Okay. Then maybe,
Become my studio for a month.
Might get off phone.
yeah.
Good on
It was
you.
nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Like I said, if you want to watch a revamp of yourself,
Yeah, don't overdo it.
whatever you said,
We'll edit it.
whatever you.
We'll edit it so it's working properly.
No, it's not. There's no editing in my channel. There's no fake news here. It's
Come
all
on, I'll
real.
let the truth get in the way.
It's all real and raw
Why can't we
footage.
all be like the government?
I'll have the authorities knocking on my door and that.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah,
Like I
right.
said, nobody watches my show, so you're safe.
Yeah,
I know.
I've been talking about all sorts of shit on my Rumble channel, and they still haven't come knocking on my door.
Oh, they will. Don't worry, they'll lock on mine. No, ACO watches all that, I guarantee you.
Yeah, well, like I said, I've been talking about this stuff since 2019, and I still haven't had a knock on the door. So
Yeah.
when they come, I'll say, when
surveyed.
they do come, I'll say, oh, they like me. They really, really like me.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
Valley Field.
Yeah.
if it starts going that way, then more and more people get involved.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem.
Because most people,
And that is the problem. I was disappointed with today's. I mean, there was a lot of people, but there should have been like 10,000 people here today.
Yeah, it's not until people go, oh, well, it's not affecting me really. You know,
To be
it's not
fair,
until
it
you
was-
start getting tax. You get that bedroom tax,
Yeah.
then people will be out.
oh, look, that was
Yeah.
the canard. That was just thrown out there to rip the.
But do you know why they do that? It's because they're doing it in England.
Yeah,
It is in place in England.
it
I
is.
don't think it is.
Yeah, it is. It is in some.
Been
It
last
is
4
in
years.
some
It's been
shires.
like 4
In
or 5 years.
Some
shires, I think they call it.
councillor.
Yes, there's a bedroom.
Yeah,
It's been 4 or 5 years.
they're talking about doing it in the States. They talked about it
I
here a
didn't
couple
know
of years
that.
ago.
I'll have a look.
Yeah.
It's alarming that people would accept it. I think you'll
They
find.
want the people that have got 3 bedrooms and living alone to move out of there so that the other people can move in.
Yeah, go to a little box somewhere.
Yeah, go to it. That's right. Live in a pod, eat your bugs, and shut the hell up.
Eat your bugs.
Yeah, here's some tapioca. Now.
Storage container would be.
That's right. I think there'd be a revolution if they tried that here. But
you think?
Well,
yay!
So many people I know would be. So many people I know fit that category. You know that it would be fussed over each by the state to try it on. But hey, let them try. It'd be good. It'd be good if they try it.
Well, that's like they say about Democrats. Democrats in the US keep going down the way that they're going. They're going to just go down in a fiery heat. Let them keep doing what they're doing to us because they're going to end up going down in a fiery heat because this 1,000 people will grow to 10,000 to 20,000 to 80,000. You know,
and everyone will be here.
And then that's right. That's right.
That's right. It's got to start
The
somewhere.
next time, we have a march like this, this place needs to be chockers.
Where was it? There's a young bloke, and he was doing a walk because of his cause. I think it was.
Oh yeah, walk for a cause. I think it was.
And then he did it himself. Then the next day or the next week, he had another couple of people turned up. And then
like Forrest Gump.
Didn't he walk from like Darwin to someone else?
No, this is in a town in a city somewhere.
Oh.
Yeah, so he just turned up, do this, just a circuit.
Oh.
And then, but it was for a cause. But then he just to prove a point that, you know, once you show it, you'd show you.
Yeah, it's like being that first person up on the dance floor.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's great that, you know, Jacinta Allen's coming out and calling everybody a Nazi. And
lovely.
That's great. No, it's great because what it means is ordinary people know people who've been here today and they're going, they're not Nazis. You know, this is just these bloody prick politicians starting to try and insulting their
at least over 1,000.
Yeah, there was probably about 12 to 1,500 people, I reckon.
Well, it is the weather.
I was hoping there was more. I was hoping there would be more. Yeah, I don't know.
It's good. It's very lots of flags.
For a winter rally, wasn't bad.
Yeah, it's a shame they shut us down over there and put us over there.
Ah.
They took us round to the what do you call it?
Entertainment centre.
No. We went right down past there into the park area, into the Peace Park. It's called now.
Okay, yeah.
And there was nobody there, no cars. Nobody could see what we were doing.
Did you get to go to Parliament House or
no? They cut us off. They stopped us from
going.
Why? They because they said they were the other mob,
the pro-Palestinian Hamas supporters.
There, and they were worried there would be.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but someone closed it down over there because there was somebody coming and said something.
Yeah. Oh, you mean down where they got the barracks and that, where they had the.
Yeah, a bit further than that.
Oh, near Footy Oval.
Oh, we're past there.
So they shut down the native Aussies and they let the Palestinians go on.
Yeah, isn't that? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that great?
Yeah.
That is the state of the nation.
Yeah. So normally when we do our marches, we go up and around and end up
that's here.
Which would have been better.
King William Street.
We're up there, and people said it was pointless all going down. But apparently they got one on the 13th of September.
Yes.
Another one.
Yes.
That's a different one.
That's a no vote of no confidence for the government.
Yeah.
No confidence. That's the one when they'll have. So all of the coppers will be.
Oh, they are.
Yeah. Meanwhile, people are breaking into our houses.
Drink
doing what they want.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right. Talk to you soon.
All right. Here you go, Mark.
See you, everyone.
Bye.
We'll,
See you guys.
See you, man.
Yes. Look out for you.
See you around.
See you, Bill. Thank you for coming.
All right.
Very involved with the group up at St. Group as well.
I want to bring the camera back around now.
To the marches before. Yeah, right. Yeah, fantastic. What do you want me to do? Oh, you can do them. I'll keep this. Okay.
Oh. And you can find me at Bunker Studios on here. There you go. My son's got a card.
Good.
So I've got all my social media and stuff on there.
Okay.
Have a look at my shows that I do on other political topics I've talked about.
Good. So you were here for the marches before?
I was here for the COVID march, but not live. I was actually in the march that time. But
all of them. Because none of our sons are immunised. None of them. Never
No,
had them
we
done.
never got the vaccination.
Never had any of them done when they were little. He's got 4 sons. Never.
Well, we got all of the.
I didn't
the
get
normal
to.
ones.
I didn't get to go to my year 12
Yeah.
formal because I didn't have a immunisation. Once
Yeah.
in a lifetime event.
Yeah.
Couldn't go.
Yeah, nice. Eh?
Tragic.
Work all your life to like get to your ball and your formal.
Yeah, yeah.
And my mother was like nearly 80. She got COVID. She wasn't vaccinated.
No.
She was over it in 3 days.
People say to us, "Did you get COVID?" No, we didn't get it in the 70s, but
My family's got it and I haven't got it. I think I'm just naturally immune.
I think he's like one of the superhumans that doesn't get it. But yeah, none of us were vaccinated.
Yeah.
And
good on you.
my sisters, my 2 sisters, both got vaccinated, and now they have nothing but problems.
Yes.
Medical problems.
Yeah, yeah. Well, as I was going to say, my brother's got cancer now. Another friend of mine got cancer, and her brother, my friend's daughter, her brother, two growths on his liver, and then he got 5 on his brain. Guys. Yeah,
see, somebody needs to pay for that. There needs to be some sort of justice for that.
We're fighting for it now. Yeah. But he's our driver. He talks down with diabetes. So he came to all the marches. He's been older.
Yes.
And lived here 30 years.
Yep.
And it's just a great. Oh, thank you. They would love that.
We have an excess amount, so feel free.
Oh, have you? Get them all out.
No.
Oh.
Everybody sort of left. Here, I'll give you another pen.
Oh, that's good. Because always writing.
No,
we're very much involved in it. Yeah. For months, we should have been a politician on the right side.
Well, you know what? Tell him to start considering it again because we need them. We do. We need the common people to represent the common people.
Absolutely, you're right there.
It's these elites who have. We've given them that title of elite.
Yeah.
They've graciously accepted it.
Yeah.
And they've graciously accepted all the trimmings.
Yes, we are doing a wonderful job there, Elizabeth.
Yes.
Wonderful.
My nom de plume is down under tent.
Oh,
nom de plume.
It actually stands for down under Trumpers because I'm a Trumper.
Oh,
Donald Trumper.
So is he. I'll get you. He's got a T-shirt on. It's got.
I've got a supply of them at home.
What is it? It's got on there when he said. Fight.
I've
got
the hat.
Yeah,
I've got the hat with the picture on.
Yeah, he's got. We brought us
I was going to wear it, but I thought no, it might be a little bit too intimidating for some people.
I think he's got his Trump tag on anyway.
Yeah,
I don't know, but he's got that fight.
Yeah, I can see the maggot.
Really patriotic he is. You know, been here 30 years with his wife. He got out of the country for about the competition, and he knows what it's like.
Yep,
go without.
Thing, isn't it? It's like
because they're moving in.
It's a bit of a scapegoat.
Yes.
Bandy is screaming at our politicians saying, you don't want this. You think it's good, but it's not. We're telling you. And they're not listening.
We're moving in. They're going to tax to. Now they've some WHO, the organisation, the government signed to them. They said control.
I signed the thing.
We did too.
Not.
We did too. Of course they did. Yeah, gone through. It's gone through.
No, do. It's almost like we were talking about before. We need a revolution, like an American revolution. And I don't think it'll be a bloody war or a bloody revolution, but we do certainly need to stand up. We certainly do need to stand up.
We do.
Because everybody's terrified.
Yes.
Like even like, well, I'm the only media person here.
Yeah.
The only person that showed up from the media. Yeah. And I'm an independent that nobody knows about. Nobody's going to watch this because nobody knows who this is.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's all I have.
What the goal of Channel 7, Channel 9?
Is that on?
It's live streaming.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'll get them over.
Okay.
Oh, wow. They didn't have a microphone. Why not? Here.
I've got my mic on.
I know. No, it's that one. No, everyone's here to show on the spotlight.
Both of you. both of you over here. This is the only radio that's.
I'm the only media in town today.
She's followed us right through. Followed Trump. I told about the Trump fight.
I was in Washington, D.C. on election day.
Where you? Where you?
It was very quiet after 9:30. Everybody went to bed because everybody in Washington, D.C. is 97.4% Democrats. And we were in town on the day and we were live streaming from our apartment about the South. And then as soon as the 9:30 announcements came in that declared, you see the
Where you?
We've got like the
Right. There's a lot of changes in DC now. The streets are safe. People going to restaurants now. No more killings, no more shootings.
not one murder in 13 days.
Excellent.
That was like a miracle for that city.
Thanks.
So,
Welcome, Trump.
I got 50 days. You are my special kind of guy.
Look,
I got the house.
I just realised.
And I wore it. I actually wore it to the football the other day. A few weeks ago, I wore it to the football, and I could hear the people behind me going. Here at the football at Adelaide Pros.
You should see my car. I got stickers all over. I got my number plates. Ex MAGA. X for Elon Musk and MAGA for you know what.
Yep.
And I have never experienced anything yet here. Never. People very positive. Thumbs up. Yes. So the people are waking up.
Oh, but there are a few like,
Oh, I know.
you know, that they just don't. And a lot of people that even they say, I don't like him, but I like what he does. All right? But that's all that matters, isn't it? Just because you don't like the politician, if he's doing good things, it doesn't matter. So, like everybody tries to say, it's live streaming. Don't worry, nobody watches my channel.
Okay. I was
I've been
hoping.
doing it for 4 years. Nobody watches my
I
channel.
was hoping one thing, you know.
I
As soon
do
as you
myself.
get elected again, there'll be more changes around the world. I can see that.
Because all the forces are working against you.
That's right.
Even though what he's trying to do in the Middle East, all the stuff he's trying to do for Russia,
Russia, Ukraine, yeah.
they're all trying to force him. They don't want him to have an achievement, let alone world peace.
But he does. He stopped 7 wars now.
Oh, no. Could you imagine if he achieves world peace?
Yeah.
How are they going to disparage that? Are they going to? They'll find a way.
They will.
And it's just ridiculous.
Yeah. His agenda is falling down. You can see that there's a lot of cracks. Some of those brick walls already fallen. Everything to be destroyed. Go back, as President Trump saying. Stop this. But it's happening in Adelaide. I don't even know. I told you about it. There was story reading, but men dressed as a woman. I mean, come on. Yeah, in Adelaide. Yeah. And the books they're reading. I know what's in them because I've read so many of them.
Yeah.
You from
Anthony Albanese has just said that abortion up to 14 is okay. Yes. So you can have a 9-month-old baby murdered legally. Yes.
what was that?
What is that going to do? They're talking about our population crisis now. He's offering abortion right up to the end of term. What sort of society are we? What society are we going to end up with?
He's a great doctor. What's her name? Yeah, doctor. He's of course against that. He's pro-life. She's pro-life. She's really advocate, very strong. She's of the master. She's a chick.
Yeah, there's a lot of worrying things. I mean, not so much for me. generation,
That's what we are.
generation. But then,
Exactly. That's what we need all these things for them, for my grandchildren.
yeah.
That's why we're here. It's nothing else.
I mean, I'm first generation Australian. My mum and dad came from Egypt. So, you know, if they stayed there, what sort of life would we have had?
Yeah.
So, like, I'm not against immigration. I just want them to come here legally.
That's what we want.
And not expect us to then fall into where they escape from. They want us to then, can't they want to come here and then they want us to follow the regime they followed from the place they escaped from. Yeah. What sense does that make?
It's no sense at all. Because we know what's happening there. We can see that. We can see what's happening in England. We can see what's happening in Ireland. We can see what's happening in Germany, in Europe, all together. Thanks God, my country is Poland. So far, it's still safe there. But in the last couple of months, Germans, they just transporting basically illegal people they don't want to our border. Yeah, they're just pushing them. They even drive to. What's that telling me? You're very weak government. Very weak government. Leftist government. Globalist.
Going back to Egypt and Palestine, they're not letting the Palestinians in the border of Egypt.
I know.
It's like, you know what I mean? Why?
They all are free of them. They are. No, they don't know why they don't.
Why? That's
You know why.
We know why. Yeah. Because you're just going to transport your culture into our country and do the same thing. And I'm not racist. I'm not a Nazi. I just don't want my country to be invaded. I don't want my children's future to be snatched from them.
Yeah, that's right. So we have to stand. Yeah. So with Trump, stop all the migration people that have been underground to stop them.
They've had zero entry into the interior for months.
Yeah.
And, yeah, so it's well documented. So, miracles can happen. It's got to be forceful enough.
What will you do? And you've got to understand who you're fighting against. Your enemy is who does. And so he's not going to be content just to mouth off promises that he has without backing it up. And I think that's why it's won the people over so much, because they want law and order to re-establish law and order. They want. So we should.
And like he's got the Democrats fighting for it. He's actually got them fighting in the streets and doing things like this for the benefit of rapists and murderers. Child traffickers.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's a lost cause. The left is a lost cause. In my eyes, they are a lost cause. And like they say that we're the radical right. Don't you have to be that far right of the left to be right? Yeah. Like, because there's so many things that we're adverse to that they want.
Yeah.
They're putting people on the right. They're self-electing these people and moving them to the right with their
Yes. Yeah, that's exactly true what we said. So, yeah. So we're out here and we're trying to make a difference. And so we have grandchildren and great-grandchildren, etc. So, but, we're not going to be here forever. But we also need to recognise that we might be able to stand to make a difference here. This
is the next generation.
No, that's right. So, yeah, it's incumbent on us to make that presence felt while we can.
I know she looked at the light of her grandson's eyes and showed him over or something.
Like the old, the
Yeah.
old ones, yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because they like, oh, what's that? So,
Okay.
you know.
All right.
So thank you.
Thank you.
For coming. And hopefully we'll see you at the next one.
See you.
Yeah.
Is it on September?
I think September's the 13th. Yes.
Like, hopefully change it. Because what they did this time, that's that.
Yeah, not good. Not good. I've given a lady I love it. She's got my business card there.
Yeah.
And that's got all of my social media and stuff on there.
So you're new to this movie with the channel.
I've done it, yeah, and I've got cards.
And
Good. Cards.
you guys selling flags?
No.
No, we're not selling flags. We're live streaming.
How'd you
If
go?
you'd like to live stream with me.
Did you get plenty of?
Well, there you go, man. And if you get them to have a
Yeah.
look, you'll be able to watch yourselves on my live channel.
Yeah.
We were there.
Okay,
Oh,
thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
We sort of fizzled out. We're
How was it? How did it like fizzle out like that?
Oh, we don't really know.
not really exactly sure what
They
went on.
blocked it off apparently at Parliament House turn off.
Yeah.
Really?
So we got to the other park, and
Something
I
happened.
think someone from the Nationalists got up and started talking, and it kind of got shut down pretty quickly. Ish.
What did he say?
I don't really. It was hard to hear. We weren't past.
Yeah, right.
It was very peaceful until that. A little bit of going. So it started to out. All right, maybe it's fair to sit down. Right.
But I think a lot of that warning is like to try and scare us off.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely.
So,
There was another 10%. Some people saying that.
oh my God.
And that's
So they're posting that, and it's like that wasn't true. But that's what they're going to push. It was always
disappointing.
Yeah.
Disappointing is what it is. It's like, that
Apparently
was
there's
probably
something on the 13th.
yeah, well,
The major one.
yeah.
It is very.
yeah.
I mean, I was like half. This morning we
It's cold.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was boiling by the time we got there. Right?
Yeah, it was warm by the time we got up there, but yeah, we're going to get to the car.
Yeah.
So,
Guys,
well done for rocking up.
have a good day. Thanks for coming.
I didn't put the camera. I don't remember.
No, that's all right. So we're going to probably wrap it up now anyway. Let's get the mic in here, get my face in here. 5 minutes.
I guess I'll stay.
We're going to. Oh, are we still? Yep. Are we still streaming? Where am I? It's taking a while.
Dad, that was people who were in the rally, but
There we go.
we didn't know if they were wanted to be filmed, so I didn't put the camera on them.
Yes, so we didn't put them on camera, but then a lot
We
of
got-
people didn't really want to be on camera today. Everybody's afraid that they're going to get a knock on the door. Like, it's freaking ridiculous that people are still afraid to freaking have their say in today's day and age because they're afraid of a knock at the door. They're afraid of their lives getting screwed over. As I said, I'm the only independent media person that turned up here. I didn't see a Channel 7 ban or 9 or 10 or anything. I didn't even see ABC or any of those people that want to come and sledge the thing happening. But
Apparently they were up there, polling house, weren't they? Didn't they say
well, I don't know. They said that there was Channel 7 crew up the other park.
that?
So I don't know.
Palestinian people.
Yeah, but I don't know. But whatever the case may be, is we had about, I reckon there was probably about 12 to 1,500 people. And
Got interviews in the pre-crowd.
and yeah, we've got the pre-crowd was very tame. Everybody seemed excited, happy,
Yeah.
like ready to get
They weren't violent. There was no angry people.
have their voices heard.
Yeah,
And
peaceful.
of course, it was spoiled at the other end by unknown quantity, and that's usually the way they do it. They fuck it up. They fuck it up for the good people, and people are sick and tired of being fucked over by the good people and the bad people. So let's hope that on September the 13th there is 10,000 people, a sea of people here in the East End Park.
It's going to be the same park.
Usually it's where they have them.
Oh.
So anyway, guys, it is, what time is it? It is 2:40 in the afternoon. My son is very tired because I made him get up early this morning and he didn't sleep. And we're both going to go home and we're probably going to curl up, have a nap, and enjoy the rest of the evening.
I'm staying.
You're going to stay in the city, that's right. Oh, this poor boy's going to stay in the city.
You can curl up.
I'm going to curl up, have a nice hot coffee, watch some Criminal Minds, wait till he comes home. Hopefully he doesn't get mugged.
That's not yet. I'm actually more annoyed at the street, you know, where the Coles used to be at Victoria Square.
Mm.
They tore that down like 2+ years ago, and they're building a huge multi-story like shopping complex there. And they've shut down the entire pathway on that side. So now I have to cross the busy road. That takes like 4 minutes for the buzzer to go off. And then cross the busy road again in front of the central
Well,
market.
you don't have to. You can come home with me.
Oh.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining. I hope you've enjoyed the show today. I hope you've gotten to see a bit of an aspect of the way we live here in Australia and the culture shock that we're going through at the moment. Again, we need to keep the pressure up. We cannot let it rest. Otherwise, they're just going to run all over us. So I'll get you up there behind the camera so you can end the stream. And as usual, we're going to finish off today with our little adieu. Thanks very much for joining, guys. Have a great day. Find the fight. Share the love. Make it out.
See yous.